Oh, started right up. Guess Comcast isn't being a bitch anymore.
Comcast, more like fucking Fromcast.
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter and What Remains of Edith Finch. They're examples of more cerebral adventure titles.
Wait, for what?
But
Is this back to the article
yeah,
with the
that
guns
article.
thing?
Yeah, yeah. So Firewatch, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and What Remains of Edith Finch.
The hell is that? I've never heard of those games,
I'm
but
sorry, I know Ethan Carter. They're all more like, I don't know if they're horror, but they're all just adventure. Yeah. Save 85% on The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Yeah, Ethan Carter's in a horror, and then What Remains of Edith Finch. I'm sure that's another horror. Mystery
well,
adventure and walking simulator. Yeah.
is that what they're just recommending? These boring walking simulators are SJW5?
Well, that's those are their list of more cerebral adventure titles.
I think what games are lacking are have you play anyone here played Dishonored or no?
Yeah.
I think I mean this is maybe not only part of Dishonored, but I think we're missing a
Oops.
stealth game.
There you go.
Who joined?
Me again. Crying.
I
I
think.
thought I was gonna go to sleep, but I can't sleep. So
All right, let's ask him the question. What if you feel like what games are missing or like not being represented right in genres
ooh,
that need more developers making them?
more developers making
Like
stealth.
genres like first person shooter, obviously not that because everyone makes that, but stealth games, stuff like that.
Um, personally, I need more stealth games.
Same.
That's a fact. I need
More like Dishonored.
I need
You ever
more
played it?
fighting games. Yeah, I've played the fuck out of Dishonored. Right? I need more fighting games. Right? I
So a
need more
shitload of fighting
JRPGs.
games.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Just make them fucking cross play. Because the thing about it is their fucking community dies out so quick on PC, right? Me and Trism bought Injustice 2 a week after it came out, give or take, and that game doesn't have a very good online community.
Wow, that game kind of
So
sucks.
I mean, I found it fun. I put like 80 hours into it.
I'll be like,
Guilty. It was a Guilty. What was that one game? Tekken is really popular.
Tekken's really popular because it also has crossplay. So does Street Fighter, right?
Guilty Gear is still popular.
Guilty. I don't know what the fuck a Guilty Gear is.
It's another anime fighter.
And did you guys see that game Jump Force that they showed up at E3?
That fucking looks cool. Jump
It looks
Force. Because I'm an
dope as
anime fan, so it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks fucking dope. I'm gonna
I
get
love the
that.
parody videos of it though. The parody of everyone playing as Light from Death Note.
Uh-huh.
Just, I had to find that Twitter video. It's fucking hilarious. Someone put it on there.
Why do I still have Deep Space Waifu installed? Fucking kill me.
That was a good game.
It lasted like 2 hours.
But is that the gist of the article, by the way, gangster?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
just-
much. Why do games have so many guns? Why does shooting solve all your problems? And why aren't there more games like Firewatch, The Vanishing of Ethan, whatever? And yeah,
there
Vanishing
are.
of Ethan Carter?
There
Yeah.
are a lot of those games.
yeah.
out.
Firewatch, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and What Happened to Edith Finch.
So
Those-
walking simulators?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, that's the
It's
thing.
not even like
If you don't-
stealth games
if
or
you're
fun
not
games like
shooting,
Multi Choice.
You know,
Here's the
if
thing,
you're
like,
if you're not shooting or stabbing somebody, then what exactly can you do in a video game besides walk around?
Jump. I don't fucking know.
Right? Yeah, it's
Aren't they more platformers? I think we
Yeah.
need more people making platformers because the only people who make platformers right now is Nintendo.
2017 was really good for platformers. We got Ukulele, which I know people didn't like, but I enjoyed it. We got
Mario Odyssey. That's the only platform I played recently, and I fucking love it. Like I
Mario
played it through like 4 times now, and I 100%.
The Crash,
Mario
the
Odyssey,
Crash
I had
trilogy's
time.
coming out.
No,
Oh,
the
it
Crash
came
Trilogy-
out for PC,
It came
and
out.
I'm probably
Well,
gonna
whatever,
buy it
yeah,
once I
came
roll
out.
the
It
platform.
came out on Switch, Xbox, and PC.
I'm now thinking about it. I know I would probably get on PC, but I'd probably want to get it for my Switch because I can play on the go, and I think that's my favorite console
I was
like,
gonna
that I
pick-
own is the
gonna pick
Switch.
it up. I was gonna pick it up, but my controller recently broke, so I was contemplating it because it was like $50. I was like, but then right now during the Humble, they gave away a hand time, and I was playing with keyboard and mouse, and it wasn't that bad. So I was like, maybe I could play Crash with keyboard and mouse. I wouldn't recommend it.
I
It's
mean, I
doable.
played Batman Arkham City. The keyboard mouse is pretty good.
Oh yeah,
so
same.
I played all the
Wait,
Batman
I
games
played
with
all
keyboard
of
and
them.
mouse. What's wrong with the keyboard and mouse?
I don't
never
know.
played any
I
of
just didn't think I'd be able to do it, but I do it pretty fine. I played it for like 5 hours today.
The only game that I dead set need a controller for are fighting games. Like, I cannot do that on PC, on keyboard and mouse.
No, yeah.
There's no way I'm using like IJKW or SJK, some fucking bullshit ass inputs. See, but I'll give you this: if you could be really good with a keyboard and mouse in fighting games, you could destroy anybody. Right? Like that's a fucking skill. Right? Why am I so PCMR server?
ASMR.
PCMR. PC Master Race server.
Alright, I found the Twitter video. Check this one out. It's a parody of what Jump Force is going to be with Death Note.
Let's see this.
But do you
I
think
haven't seen that anime yet, by the way.
it's really good? But do you think developers might see that dumb article and make more walking simulators? Or
I don't know.
I hope not.
It
I
seems
hope
like they're
not.
getting away from the journalists,
It's so
cause
dramatic the way that he run. No, Jiraiya, no. You really had to do that to me, yeah?
no,
It's fucking 12 in the morning, and you're gonna make me start crying, all right? Like that.
no,
It's
Death
every
Note
time.
is super good, and it's probably the only show that makes writing in a book so intense.
Well, yeah, dude, I saw like right now in that video where he fucking like ended it
It's
and
those
like
intense
fucking.
shit, isn't it?
He was just writing, and then when he ended it, he like fucking swung his arm across. That shit was like, what the fuck? It's like that Shogeki fucking. I don't remember the Japanese, the Food Wars anime, right? Like this bitch is cooking food, right? And
It's intense.
he's just doing it super intense. Like this guy flips a pan, it goes in like does a fucking 1080 360 no scope, fucking lands down on moon, and then fucking comes back through the center of the earth. Like what the fuck?
And
I'm
also, I
playing
think,
Clone Hero.
by the way, one more thing. I do believe they're gonna go away from journalists. At least Cyberpunk is gangster because you heard about the whole leak where some journalists literally recorded all the audio for that demo they got shown.
You know that demo that they showed was a pre-alpha, right? Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
but the
even
guy
alpha.
recorded audio. Like they literally, like one of the devs for Cyberpunk literally asked, "Don't record any audio, please." Like, or don't record, period. But the guy recorded because he wanted to basically promulgate his website, and then when people got mad at him for it, he said, "You guys are not fucking journalists, so you can fucking talk to me." That's what he said.
Bitch. Damn, that's like.
Professor, prostitutes in video games are undervalued.
Damn right.
Digital hookers subject to gendered fantasies of exceptionalism. What
fuck?
the
I mean,
fuck?
the problem is everyone.
course
hypes up
it's-
the GTA.
Of course it's the University of California professor. Of fucking course it is.
Here's my problem. Everyone hypes up the hookers in GTA 5. I think I only did shit with hookers once in GTA 5, and that's because of a side mission.
Dude, here's the thing about GTA hookers. It's like there's nothing to see.
Exactly.
Right, what the-
You go into
what
a
the
They get
car.
hyped up.
You go into
They
a
get
car
hyped
and the
up.
car shakes around for a bit and then she gets out and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, Hotline Miami had a better sex meeting game than that.
You know what had better sex is fucking Ride to Hell Retribution with their clothed sex scenes.
Witcher 3.
Witcher
You actually
3
got to see
started
tits in
off-
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3 started off,
Yeah.
and you saw an ass, and you're just like,
Witcher 3 was a borderline.
No,
porno,
wait a second,
at
wait a
least
second.
the
That was
first
Witcher
2
2,
minutes
wasn't
was.
it?
huh?
Oh no, Witcher 3 too. That's right.
Yeah, Witcher 3, like you open
That's
the
right.
game.
No, because
ass.
Witcher 2 starts with you and the. Fuck.
Chris banging.
Yeah, I think it's you and the redhead in Witcher 2, and then in Witcher 3, isn't it you and
You-
Yennefer.
Yennefer? Yeah, okay.
Who did you guys choose in Witcher 3?
Well,
I have beat it, so I. can
because my
say-
first playthrough I chose both, and then
Oh, I did the same.
well, because then the halfway through the patch came out that changed it to where if you slept with both of them, then in the end you get neither of them. So I had to fucking restart the whole fucking game because of that shit. Because I didn't know. Like, because if you just go through the
That's what
story,
happened to me.
like,
Is Tristan still here? Or is that dude dead?
no, Tristam's here. He's
I'm not really. I've never played a Witcher game except 2. So
you should play 3. It's
I don't feel like
Don't
that's
play with your
a lot of
family.
oh, it's by
First
far
time.
and away the best one. Far and away.
And I recommend modding it a bit. I recommend modding it.
Well, you
Not
don't even
because
really
it's
have to
required,
though.
But you can make some like add some really cool mods to it.
Tristan, wait till you get the 1060 so you can actually enjoy the game.
Because
Yeah, that's
after
what I think too.
all the crappy shit in Witcher 2, they fixed in Witcher 3, like really well. Like there's an actual
Combat-
Like the the combat was the hardest part about that game, though. It
yeah,
just-
combat is streamlined a lot better. It's way easier to
Nah,
get to like your
Witcher-
potions and shit.
So you got-
And if you don't like the combat, because it feels like controllers a bit, the combat there's mods.
You guys clearly haven't played Witcher 1.
No, I have not. That's the one I
tried to
haven't
play
played.
Witcher 1 because I
I
got it
couldn't.
for quite literally 60 cents, and I'm
I
like,
couldn't.
what is this?
I couldn't.
It's like,
couldn't.
is this a strategy game or? Is
Dude,
it?
it's like point and click combat. It's retarded. No way I'm playing.
It's not like
this shit.
Diablo. If it feels like Diablo, I can
It
probably
feels-
make it,
yeah,
but
it does. It does. But like, here's the thing. There was a lore to the game, so I pushed myself through the game, so I can get. I just like avoided every optional combat sequence, right? I think I got to that game within like 15 hours, right? I didn't want to touch that game ever again. Witcher 2, I played the fuck out of that. Witcher 3, I played the fuck out of it, still haven't beat it though.
I beat the Witcher.
I've gotten
3
I've
finally.
gotten to a good way into the epilogue, but I haven't actually done
And the
the
thing
ending
with-
sequence
The
yet.
thing with CDPR is their DLCs are like a whole nother. Blood and Wine is like a whole nother game.
I haven't played Blood and Wine yet because I didn't
I
get
haven't
the
either.
choices I wanted, and I found out because I had a friend who was telling me about it because he did everything. He said if you do shit with like Yennefer and Ciri, you get none. Or not, I said Ciri, goddamn it. Yennefer and Triss.
Yeah.
You get neither. At the end, you'll get two options. If you fuck shit up with Ciri at the end, you'll have Ciri with you at the end at Blood and Wine. If you fuck shit up with Ciri, Yennefer, and Triss, you basically have fucking dandelion.
Gee.
He's the only. He's like, hey, Geralt, I knew you'd be alone, so I decided to show up.
Damn. Looking through Instagram and I'm literally like, I'm suicidal right now with all this stupid shit that I've seen.
I'm trying to just think how funny that, like I restarted my game. I didn't care that I spec'd my character, put 60, I think like 40 hours into it. It's like doesn't matter. I'm restarting it. I got the bad choice here,
Exactly.
and I'm gonna get Yennefer because I started reading the Witcher books, and I'm like, yeah, Yennefer is the one for Geralt. So Yennefer.
I don't know,
like the
man.
books as
I
well.
like
They're actually
redheads.
Really good. The books are really good.
I got the audio.
I'm reading
I'm
the
listening
books
to the
right now, and so far
audiobooks.
in books, I hate Triss. I think Triss is the biggest bitch. Fuck
Yeah.
Triss.
Is- Oh, did you see that their Netflix series, the Witcher Netflix series, is coming
Oh
out soon?
no. Are
Yeah.
they gonna ruin Net Witcher? Please tell
No,
me they're not.
it's based off the books though. It's not based off the games.
Wow. I
The
mean,
games are not canon, but the games are technically sequels to the books.
Yeah.
At least to the author who originally wrote the books. But the author does approve though of the games apparently, so it's good.
Yeah.
Don't mind me button mashing, by the way. I don't know if y'all can hear that
I'm
or
playing
not.
Clone Hero again.
A little
Yeah. I'm playing Clone Hero and I'm using my keyboard.
It's fucking
Man.
bitch.
I really can't wait for the next Dishonored game. This game is. Like, I'm
bit. They're
playing
not
through
even that
Dishonored
great at
right now,
games. Like I like the Thief games better than Dishonored.
Fuck Thief. Fuck the newest Thief.
Oh, I love the newest Thief.
Gangster was telling me I should give it a try, and I will. I'm thinking about giving it a try.
It was $4. I bought it and refunded it.
Well, you can get the, I got the pack where it's all 4 of them for like 10.
The problem is, I think the Thief games are like the other ones are so old, like to be on the point for me.
3 isn't bad. 3 still looks pretty good. Yeah.
I have
Agree.
the
One-
only one that the only one that I still have in my library is Thief Gold.
Nah, that's tough.
No, I also have Deadly Shadows.
Yeah, Deadly Shadows. Oh wait, is Deadly Shadows the second one?
I don't remember. Don't know.
No, what's your beef with the Dishonored games? I find them really,
I just didn't like
really
them.
good.
Yeah, Deadly
I like-
Shadows is the third one, and that one it still looks pretty good.
I like Dishonored. That game was fun.
It's more control based and more visually, if you know what I mean.
I like Dishonored 2, even though it like story wise isn't as good, but mechanically it was far more impressive than the first one.
Yeah,
You guys still streaming, by the way?
Yes, we are.
Damn, I can't yell at the N word. I'm kidding.
but
Wait, y'all
Yeah,
are on
right.
YouTube. Y'all are on YouTube, right? It
Yes.
doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't. We don't give a shit.
Stop being African American.
We're not. We're not even. We're not
Like-
even. Oh, what the fuck is it? Monetized.
Monetized?
Yeah, we're not even monetized, so we don't give a fuck.
No, it's just like because I stream on Twitch, so anytime I do, me and my friends, we all say it, right? Especially one of my friends is actually black. He says it, right? And so he'll correct himself. He'll be like, "Nah, African American."
Freaking right. Oh yeah, because you're on Twitch.
Nappy-headed hoe.
You get fucked in 10 seconds.
I'm not white, but
Oh man, it sucks for us white guys, man.
Twitch on the other hand,
Not really. You know, if you're in the right context, you can say it in that right, y'all neighbors.
Yo, neighbors.
Here's the thing. I don't have a webcam, so they can't even tell if I'm white or not, right? I'm not black, but I'm not white. I'm brown.
So you're an Indian that didn't get genocide.
Can you half say it then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you say it, but then you won't get in quite as much trouble as a white guy? Like, how does that work?
Like, how's the spectrum when it comes to
So-
this?
so
That's a
here's-
real question.
Here's the thing. It really depends. Over the internet, nobody cares for the most part, right? And in real life, so here, I live in a whitewashed town where there's like 2 black people in my school. I shit you not, right? And so if I say it either a hard R or A, right, nobody's gonna give a shit, right? But then if I say it in front of the black guy, like the 2 black guys in my school, yeah, they're gonna kick the shit out of me. So gotta watch out.
But you're one of them, though.
No, but I'm not black. I'm brown.
What's the difference?
So you're the traitor. You're part of the traitor race.
I'm not a full nigga. I'm a quarter nigga.
How does that work for like light-skinned black
Yeah, but-
people then?
They're half niggas.
Do
What
they
about-
like?
what
But if
about-
they're light enough, do they lose their ability to say it if they're too light?
Yeah, dude. Then they can only say nig.
But what it like if they get a tan, does it reassert itself and then they get permission again?
Sure. If they look dark enough, if they can hide in the dark, yeah, they can say it.
Right, but
God,
Good
fucking
question.
people.
why would SJWs though hype up like Firewatch? Or no, Firewatch. Sorry, like walking simulators. That's what I meant.
Because that's their idea of a good game.
That's their idea of a good game. Yeah, I'll give it to them. Firewatch, I played it after the whole PewDiePie controversy happened. It's not a good story. Like the ending
Fuck
was shit.
Firewatch.
The ending-
I'm not even
I heard it
gonna
was
play
too fucking short.
The ending was it was like 10 hours long max.
I'm not
I,
even gonna waste my
there was
time
people
on
saying like
Firewatch.
2 hours.
A friend gifted it to me during I want to say winter summer sale or
Then
winter
your
summer.
then your friend made a bad choice.
I mean, I really don't care. I got a free game. I actually enjoyed it. The ending was shit though. Game was short. I do agree. It was only like 10 hours long. And for it being on sale for $10, it's fucking. I'm done.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing I got. All right. So the new Last of Us coming out, right?
couldn't care less.
No, I don't even have a. Well, actually, okay, technically I do have a PlayStation available to me, but I don't play it. Anyway, so the new Last of Us coming out. They are continuing with the storyline from the
First one, yeah.
well, no, but from the DLC.
Left Behind.
Oh, Left Behind, lesbian.
Yeah,
Ellie?
so she's a lesbian. Okay, but that means that the human race is fucked because she's not gonna have any kids that are immune to the virus.
Because here's the thing about The Last of Us. I enjoyed the game. The ending
It's
was fucking.
overrated. There you go.
It-
That's
it wa-
solved
it
my
was-
only
no.
problem.
No, oh yeah, it was overrated. I enjoyed the game, but where everyone saw it the best, which was the ending, I saw it the worst. Because think of it, fuck Joel, right? That nigga didn't need a
Joel's
daughter.
an idiot.
No, fuck Joel. He could have saved the world, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna save this dumbass little bitch ass kid who I fucking hated from the first
And then the worst of all, the kid's a lesbian.
yeah, and the kid's a lesbian too. You can't
Well, that's
fuck
okay.
her.
So that's the thing, right? So for SJWs, right? So what's worse now? The human race dying off or forcing a lesbian to have sex with a bunch of dudes and have kids so that
I think she may be bisexual more than lesbian.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
But
mean,
that
we had-
trailer,
we
that
had-
trailer, you know.
How are they going
I
to do
like-
this? How are they going to make like how are they going to end this series now? Because she likes
seem like
chicks.
it. They can't do anything controversial though. If there's a scene.
Well,
where-
forgetting that, like, how does it end? How does it end? Not that the human race goes extinct.
Yeah.
How is there a way to
That's
do that
spoiler.
when the main character, who
They're
now,
gonna pull some fucking bull and be like, hey, there's another guy out here who also has.
well,
the same,
that's
you
the
know,
thing. Like,
immunity."
did they ever specify? Well, even if they specified that she was the only person who was immune, like, how exactly do you say that she's the only person that's immune? Because like, there's never only ever one person who's immune. You know, it's always a
And they don't
percentage.
explain why she's immune.
But
That's the one thing I don't like The Last of Us. It's because she is like why? Is that
Yeah.
a reason?
Exactly. She's just immune. I don't know. I got bit. This was like 2 weeks ago. Bitch. Why though?
well, I mean, there are. I mean, every disease on the planet, there's a certain percentage of people who are just immune to it.
Yeah, look at the movie. Not movie. Look at the book, The Stand.
You think I read? The fuck?
Oh, I didn't read it. I watched the movie. Like all of it. Well, not all of it, except for the fourth part. Okay, parts of the fourth part.
With this
I
4
know
parts to that movie? Fuck that.
It's like a 6-hour movie.
Bitch. You think I got the
Good
time
movie.
for that?
You know what's kind of hilarious, by the way? I was like in Toronto recently, and I was in a part of Toronto that's like French Canadian Central,
Dude.
and I understand a bit. I understand French Canadian to like a really like good extent.
You want to
I
intersect my
can't-
fucking 1080 Ti and SLI with yourself? With yours?
Sure. Like I understand it, but the problem is I can't really speak it. If that makes any sense to you, but I can understand it.
I remember 7th grade.
Does that
'cause
make sense to any of you, real quick, before we start?
No, actually it doesn't. But I'm not going to question it because I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. My native language, since I am a Indian boy, I can speak it. I can't read it, nor can I write it.
Wait, what do you wait, Indian? You actually know how to speak Indian?
Yes, Indian is a language. GG boys.
I was
So-
gonna.
Wait,
It's-
what?
it's
What
kinda like my
Indian?
problem,
Dot
except I
Indian
can-
or feather Indian?
Like
No,
speak
Indian,
it.
Indian. Fucking Durka Durkistan Indian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Punjabi Indian.
I can write French, but I can't speak it.
I used to be
could
able to. I used to be able to read French.
all I could do is speak it. I can't read it nor write it.
I can
If I could
understand
read
a
it, I
lot
could
more
write it
Japanese
different.
than I can speak.
I understand a bit of Japanese because of anime. That's what it. And it's even then.
I
if
know,
you try to
like-
test me, I'm like, fuck, god damn it, I'm fucked
I know like
here.
I know like a few words because they use them so much in anime.
Well, you
But
keep
it's
going, you
like-
end up learning phrases, and then
Oh yeah, for
I've
sure.
I've gotten quite a bunch.
I learned from Naruto, Papa is the thing how to say that in Japanese.
All I learned was fucking Baka from Naruto. They say that so much.
Everybody
Fucking
knows
idiot,
Baka.
Fucking idiot. It's just
Alright, but back to what I was saying. Basically, I was walking around, and a black dude walked, and they speak in French, no word allowed, and said, why is this nigger walking around in our streets?
Steven Crowder has a joke about that.
I was laughing my ass off because and it's really mad because these guys knew I could understand them. They're like, dude, shut up, stop laughing. And I'm just here laughing. And
Dude,
it's like Steven Crowder is right. Every French Canadian will deny it straight to you, but as soon as they're in their territory, they don't give a shit. Whatever they want.
see, like, dude, there was okay. Who the fuck here actually cares about Anthem?
Not me.
I'm not buying Anthem because the whole thing of BioWare.
See, here's the thing. I already know it's gonna be a flop. Okay, here's the thing.
It already looks SJW-ish.
No. Oh yeah, I get it. I get what you mean. But here's the thing. The lead writer for Mass Effect Andromeda left halfway through to work on Anthem. That's why Andromeda failed. Because the rest of the story was written by some fucking bozo. Anyway, that's aside from the technical bugs that it had. Then, halfway through the development of Anthem, the lead writer who left halfway through Andromeda left the fucking company. So now some other bozo's writing the fucking rest of the story for Anthem.
Yeah.
So there you go, Anthem's down the drain as well. Same, like, here's the thing. I've heard
I'm worried about I'm worried it might have SJW shit. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about, oh no, the story might suck.
Well, it might,
I'll
because
put it like Donkey put it. It looks like The Division meets Destiny. And he has a point. It looks like The Division meets Destiny. Which none of those games I really enjoyed. Well, none of those games I enjoyed. Let's see. Because I did enjoy Destiny 2 quite a bit. Well, until the content ran out. Right? So about, I'd say like 40, 50 hours, give or take. Until it crammed DLC down your throat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And same with The Division. The Division's launch was horrible.
Yeah, but I heard The Division now is a good game.
Yeah, I heard The Division now is a good game. But here's the thing, I bought the game day one back on
You don't even need
PS.
the DLC, by the way, for what I hear. You don't even need
Yeah.
it.
Oh, no, I understand that. But here's the thing. I bought the game day one, and so there was like a lobby in the game, right? In-game lobby, in which you had to access a terminal in order to get into the game, like the actual game, right? So it would automatically put you into this lobby where you had to access this terminal. The terminal could be used by more than one person, but collision was on in the lobby. Meaning you'd have to wait in a virtual line.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like,
I had to deal
yeah.
with this day one as well.
Fuck that. I waited 2 hours just to be able to play that game. Because I was
You
waiting.
couldn't refund it because you were fucked at that point.
No. I didn't even buy it on Steam. I wasn't even PC gamer at that time. But on fucking PS4. No, PS3. Was it on PS3? I don't fucking
Nah.
remember. But on
That
PS4.
was up, so.
Right? And like that was the most I felt so bad. I was like, I waited in a virtual line. What am I doing with my life?
some bullshit.
Some bullshit, but the Anthem looks.
And plus,
Here's the thing about Anthem also. Like if I play Warframe, and to me, Anthem is exciting in the slightest for a third-person action game.
see, here's the thing. My question is, which fucking dumbass thought it was a good idea? Like, who there sat there at Ubisoft thought, hey, people love The Crew. Let's make a second one. The fuck? No.
It grew too, and so now you can drive boat.
You can drive boats and planes. Yeah, that's cool and all, but nobody fucking asked for this game. I think the worst part about The Crew 2 is, like, it was on the top sellers page for a bit on during the summer sale.
I mean, if it was on sale, of course it.
No, it wasn't on sale. It
Oh.
came out like it came out 5 or 6 days into the sale. Same thing with Crash. Crash is on there, but I can warrant Crash. Crash is a good game. It wasn't on sale, but it was on top sell. It was like number 3 top selling at a bit. No, it was number 1 for like a couple hours, right? Then for the rest of it, it was like around number 3, number 5, sort of like switching back and forth between those two, right? Which is under. Okay, here's the thing. Y'all have y'all spoke to Rice before?
Oh, I've never heard of him. Clearly fake news. Never heard of the
Okay,
guy.
so
He's
He
like
came from
Asian.
this server, Cry.
did he? He
Yeah.
came from the server?
We've all talked
Okay.
to him, yeah.
So I didn't know this fucking bozo came from the server. Anyway, Bryce is a dumbass. So you obviously know how much he talks about the game Dusk, right?
No,
He
never.
keeps telling me it's a good game.
Right.
24/7.
So-
I did play the demo he sent me. It wasn't that bad, but I was like,
Here's
that's
the
the best
thing.
thing since sliced bread.
Here's the thing. I told him. Okay, so me.
You say
and-
Dusk is mediocre. Changed my mind.
No. That's not even what I said. So back when Dusk first came out, when he gave you that demo, right? That demo, he gave us the files as well, me and another friend. And so, as a joke, me and my friend who got the demo, we tweeted the developer, and we're like, "Hey, you know the endless mode in the game, right? It was like the arena mode sort of thing."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I tweeted him first. I was like, if I get to round 15 on endless mode on the hardest difficulty, in which the hardest difficulty you die in one hit, right? So I said, if I get to round 15 on the hardest difficulty in endless, can I get a free copy of the game? He goes, sure, hit me with it. About 6 hours later, I hit him with the screenshot that I hit it, right? And then my friend went for it. He's like, can I do 15 as well? He's like, no, you gotta do 25, and he did 25, right? And so we both had copies of the game. Right? We were like, okay, this is cool. We'll get up. We got the game for free, right? And so here's the thing: it didn't really interest me that much, right? I played the game when the first episode or whatever came out. I played it again when the second episode came out, and all we're doing is waiting on the third episode. Rice feels the need to talk about it a lot.
Every day. Every
day,
second.
and boast on how good it is, right? And I said, you're blinded with nostalgia. It's not that good of a game, right? And it was perfect timing because I'd said that like a couple, maybe 20 minutes after I said, hey, I'm probably gonna buy Crash now that it's out on PC. He's like, oh, I'm blinded by nostalgia, but you're gonna go and buy Crash. I'm like, hey, Crash is a fucking good game.
Yeah, even
First
without
off, like,
nostalgia,
Crash-
Crash is a great game.
Like
You know,
Crash.
funny thing about Crash is they called gamers, a lot of journalists and gamers suck because they called Crash the Dark Souls of platformers.
Bitch. How are you that bad at fucking Crash?
And it's like, bruh. the
Al-
Dark
Although,
Souls-
to be fair, it is one of the hardest platformers that was ever made, like back in the day.
Cuphead.
Back in the day.
It's a real-time strategy game of platformers.
Cuphead.
But seriously though, because it was 3D and it was not like difficult 3D, but
It's just
the way
that
it was-
the controls. It's the controls that were. It was like, okay. Here's the thing. The controls are bad. Well, the controls are janky.
they had it sorted out by the second one.
They had it sorted out, yeah. For the first one though, they were fucking horrible. See, that's the thing about Dark Souls as well. You play Dark Souls 1 and 2, you're not fighting the enemies, you're not fighting the difficulty of the game. You're fighting the controls half the time, right? Even in the remastered, all they did was up the graphics and the frame rate. They didn't change the game.
But the mod looks the same.
Now, play Dark Souls 3. It's more open game, right? There's more space to roam around. When you're in a fight, you're not confined in this little space. Your camera isn't locked onto a fucking tree while you're fighting a boss, right? So here's the thing about Dark Souls 3. That's why people said it was the easiest of the three. And yes, because you're not fighting the controls, you're just playing the game. And by no means am I saying it's an easy game, but compared to 1 and 2,
Really over 2, because 2, you had the
2 is the hated, like,
Two-
every Dark
because
Souls
you had the
10,
healing
that's how I
crystals
hate
that made it fucking easy as shit.
right? And then there was it's like the same thing. A lot of people, think of the Black Ops 3, right? With the zombies mode, if you use okay, so if you turn on mods, it doesn't take away your gobble gums. So what me, Trism, and our other friend Vulpix did is we played with gobble gums, like our overpowered ones, but we didn't want to waste them, so we turned on mods.
You modded though.
Right? We modded the game, which made it so that it doesn't use your gobble gums. So we had these overpowered gobble gums that, like, first gobble gum would let you have all 8 perks right off the bat. Then another one would,
balanced.
then the next one would like make every buy free, like everything you could purchase anything for free for a whole minute. So somebody would get that gobble gum. They just run around the entire map, open all the doors, buy the guns they want, blah blah blah, and hit. If they could, they'd hit the pack, right? Like, and then so we had all these overpowered gobble gums, and we're sitting here at like round 27, and it felt like round 5. Like, it was so slow, right? And I hate it. And then I went in with with my stupid gobble gums, like tone death, which makes it so that it makes a stupid noise when you kill them. And there's another one that makes them all look different colors, right?
Oh,
And what is it? The game was completely different. By the time we got to like round 10, we were already fucking struggling. We're like, holy shit, right? And like, that's the thing about it, is like, you add these sort of things to the game to add a little bit of fun, but you realize it takes away all the fun. If used in a particular manner, right? And like, if they were to see, what I was hoping when I heard that Dark Souls was getting remastered is that they would fix up the camera at least, right? I know they weren't gonna like widen some of the hallways so that your sword didn't hit the fucking wall instead of the enemy and stuff like that, but I just wished that they fixed the camera. They didn't fix anything in the game. They fixed the frame rate in some areas, because Blytown was a fucking bitch to run, even on newer hardware, right? They fixed the frame rate, which was locked at 30 originally, and they fixed the graphics and resolution stuff. That's it. Right? That's all they did for the game. And, I mean, yeah, it was sort of worth it, but at the same time, not $50 worth it.
I probably wouldn't buy
No,
it.
I never bought Dark
3,
Souls
so-
anyway.
No. Here's the thing, like, I think they did a thing where if you had the original, you got it for... You
I
got the
think
remaster for
cheaper.
half. No, I think you got it for like half off or something. Which, I think that's why my friend bought the original one like a week before the remaster came out, so he could get it for half off. And I think what he did is I think the remastered is $40 US, correct me if I'm wrong. So what he did is he bought the original for 20, right? Bought the remastered for 20 and then refunded the original.
Mm.
So he just got the new one for 20. I was like, hey, he's a smart guy. He only spent $20 on it.
I mean, he was clearly planning ahead.
Oh yeah, like he didn't own it, so he was like, let me just take advantage of this real
Y'all
quick.
niggas playing checkers. I'm up here playing that 3D tic-tac-toe.
Dude, we were playing. Just ask Trism, me, and 3 other of our friends. We were playing me, him, and 2 others were playing Uno. Fuck Uno.
Oh yeah, bro.
Fuck
Uno is a lot of fun with. Like,
Uno's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you have a group of friends, it's funny. It's like, it's dumb though.
You're deplorable for playing it.
The online version, the RNG in this fucking Steam edition of the game is so horrible. Like, I think I got up.
Man, I really wish games would go back to focus on immersive type stuff.
Depends what you mean by immersive.
Because I'm playing Dishonored right now, and I'm remembering this game is such world building, especially for its time. Like, I learned a lot about Dishonored just by my first playthrough. I learned a lot about the world, and it makes you want to go back and play it again over and over, to the point where I have 86 hours on a single player stealth game.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm still the casual kind of gamer. I just like to play arcadey type games. Like, I'm playing Clone Hero right now, and I can sink. I think I've already sank like 20 hours into this
Conan
game.
Exile?
Clone Hero now.
Is it
It's-
Conan Exile?
No, it's Clone Hero. It's basically, it's literally just Guitar Hero, but you can use your keyboard to play. Like I said, it's very simple, very dumb, but it holds my attention long enough.
Perhaps maybe from your perspective, but you're a casual, so
Yeah. Like, I used to be huge into, like, single player games and multiplayer games, and just not anymore. I can't play them anymore. I get bored too easily. I was still play Just Cause 3 if they had mod support, but no.
Why doesn't like the game should have mod support as a basic?
Oh, it used to be.
Now every time I try to play mods, it kills the game. Are you there?
They die.
He's muted.
He definitely. A friend of his was getting a piano tomorrow. I wanted to ask about that.
This shit was hilarious. Reformed neo-Nazi reveals how white supremacists use Fortnite to radicalize kids.
That's fucking genius, bro.
Is that a troll?
No,
that
that's
a troll?
the Sun.
What's the Sun? Excuse me.
It's a online. I mean, it's a newspaper too, or at least it used to be. But yeah, it's a real outlet.
How are neo-Nazis using Fortnite?
Fuck if I know.
That's where, because I don't know, these neo-Nazis have so much power. Like, they control Bitcoin.
Bro.
Dude, they control Bitcoin. That's how powerful they are.
Bro, did you know that they're using Discord, bro, to, congregate with each other? Bro, they could be on this very server and you'll never know.
It's like the thing. You don't know if it's really that person. No, is that actually a joke? Like, gangster with the whole Nazi thing?
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it's not to the... It's a serious article.
Alright. That makes me really depressed. That's not satire.
Nefarious tactics like going to depression and mental health forums and in multiplayer gaming to recruit those same people. They drop...
Do they have proof of this?
Right. They drop benign hints and then ramp up when hooked.
It's like... I just want to see a single screenshot of this. Just one.
I feel... I'm going to be honest. Remember that article I showed you earlier? Gangster with the thing going against gamers, one organization, organizations like the Southern Poverty Law Center. Gangster, remember I told you about that one?
Yeah.
I told you that, and then this article shows about conspiratorial or any of that nonsense, but this feels like way too convenient, if you know what I mean. Like, this feels way too convenient. They talk about they're going to go into try to change shit and make SJW stuff a thing, and then this article talks about how Fortnite's being used to recruit Nazis.
More allegations of discrimination against men at Ubisoft are coming out.
Oh, for what I hear, Asians might get fucked over as well over there at Ubisoft.
So tolerant, am I right? Hey, Cry. Actually, no, you don't know because you don't listen to Metallica.
So he listens to good music, is what you're telling me,
Yeah, I'm not white.
Bro, basically, yeah, you're not wrong. No, but I was playing Nothing Else Matters, and I just got 97%, and I wanted to gloat in Christ's face because we both play Clone Hero kind of competitively at times. Basically, I'm saying I'm better than you at everything. Like... I basically breathe better than you.
Shit.
New anti-outrage service promotes on Twitter, bombarded immediately by outrage crowd for not censoring ideas.
When you take a deep breath in front of asthma niggas to flex.
When you just shit to fucking flex on them constipated niggas.
I'm so tired. But like I said, I was gonna play one more song 3 songs ago.
I don't feel like going to bed. I'm not tired.
I can just play Dishonored all night.
See, here's the thing. I am tired, but I can't fall asleep, so I guess I'm here, boys.
I just don't know how you say you don't like single player games, Trism. I just don't understand.
Well, like I don't mind single player games. What I mean is like, you know, how do I put it? Like I like arcadey type games, the ones that you don't have to put much thought into to play them. They're just fun to play in the background whenever you're just not really doing much. Maybe talking to some friends and stuff.
So I had time. Ukulele.
I don't know. I've never
Platform,
played this
for that
game.
matter?
But does anyone have any recommendations for games like Dishonored that are just like really immersive, like world-wise in choice stuff?
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
For real?
Yeah.
Because I hear good things about it, but
Nah, bro, it ain't got black people, so it's obviously a bad game.
Bitch.
Dude, I'm telling you, the new Thief is great.
I played it.
It's got
I might
it's got
give
a
it
it's
try.
got a good world, and I really like the story. Fuck, man, that opening sequence. Holy fucking shit, that was a great opening sequence.
Story doesn't matter to me that much because Dishonored's your generic revenge story. It's just it depends on the world for me. It's like the world has to be pretty immersive and interesting, if you know what I mean. Because you have an interesting world, you can tell a generic story.
Oh, Kingdom Come. The world is immersive as
I'd
fuck.
say Deus Ex, but you've already got that.
I already played Deus Ex, and I'm currently playing through. I'm gonna try and go through Mankind
Y'all are
Divided
gonna kill me.
tomorrow.
I played Deus Ex. Which one was the? It's not the newest one, but the one before it.
Mankind
Human
or
Revolution.
Human
Yeah,
Revolution.
I got bored of that game.
Ugh,
Trism.
motherfucker.
Fucking-
It's like, well, it was hard to read the actual. Like, remember, I have like very bad eyesight, so reading text is like a no go for me.
Yeah, he's fucking blind as a bat.
That's why I play arcadey type games.
Witcher
'cause-
3's got a great world.
Which
I
you
played through Witcher 3 and beat it. No.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Um,
That's part of the reason I couldn't get into The Witcher, because especially the UI using that was a pain in the ass. I'm not Witcher 3. I meant 2.
You could try Witcher 3 for me if you can.
There's
I
not
know.
there's not a whole lot to read. In
Yeah,
fact, I don't think
know,
there's.
It's just like
Oh no, there is for
It's just a tutorial that you really need to read.
and then there's the bestiarium and shit like that, but that's pretty big text. The only thing would be like the shops, but you really don't have to read the descriptions on the items or anything, and that's the only thing that's really like small print.
yeah. Well, like what I'm playing right now, like Clone Hero, this is perfect for me. It doesn't require a lot of reading. It's just basically it's like
It's Guitar Hero. If you've played
yeah,
fucking
basically
Guitar
you just
Hero, you
hit
know.
buttons in the right order. And I'm good at that. So
I hear the
you know
world in
what?
the Stalker games is pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll have to check out Stalker, then I'll add that.
Stalker,
Man,
yeah,
those graphics are. Oof.
Get
Yeah,
Shadow.
Graphics are not
Even
everything.
even Shadow of Chernobyl is
No,
pretty
get Shadow
terrible.
Chernobyl with the Autumn Aurora AMB.
With the what?
Game, it's just a matter. It's
There's a mod pack called the Autumn Aurora mod pack,
Oh.
right? And it comes with an ENB as well, and it makes the game look gorgeous. It adds more to the game, so I'd recommend that.
I mean, if I wish, I mean, my Skyrim's pretty immersive. That's because my mod made it immersive.
My Fallout 4 is immersive.
Like for some reason, for me modding Fallout 4 for me is like just super fucking annoying. EMB mods don't want to work for me on Fallout 4.
Are you using
Nexus?
Nexus? Then
Yeah.
what's the difficulty? It's stupid easy with Nexus.
No, but the problem is, every time I have it downloaded, like activate, it keeps popping up saying error or something like shit like that 24/7.
Well, then you did something wrong.
What do you mean? I downloaded to manager, everything is.
I don't know. I don't know what you did, but you did
Or
something
do you have
wrong.
the latest- do you have the latest version of F4SC? Because that fucked up a lot of the mods.
Nexus Mod Manager. I have the latest version because I had to.
Not for Nexus mod.
Into
For,
online.
do you have the latest version for Fallout 4 Scripted Center?
I have the latest version of Fallout 4. Yes.
No, Fallout 4 Script Extender.
What's that? Script Extender.
See, there you go. That's why your mods are not working.
I don't
You
use
need
Script Extender.
You need to use Script Extender, especially for script-based mods, obviously.
Wait, does Script Extender only work in the old style or old Skyrim, or does it work on the remastered?
I think there is.
It should work on the remaster. I don't think they changed any of the
I-
primary
Also,
code.
I'm
There's a new
having a
one.
problem with Fallout New Vegas. Like, I downloaded the mod, you know, the RAM, not 8 gigs of RAM, but the mod that makes you able to use more than 4 gigs.
Yeah.
I downloaded that mod. I had it installed. I did everything I was supposed to do. I followed the tutorial, and for some reason, it keeps crashing my New Vegas.
It's New Vegas. It's an old game. I wouldn't.
But the problem is, I have people who tell me they can play it all the time, and perfectly fine with their mod.
Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
haven't
know.
really cared for that game. Like, no, okay, that's not.
I never got to experience New Vegas, and I hear it's such a good game, so that's why I want to play it.
Same. I have it, but I just never got around to like going through everything to mod it. Like Fallout 4 was easy to mod. That's why I did it.
Yeah, and
I modded the fuck out of Fallout 4. Like it's not the same game.
also I like games that allow me to do options for non-murder.
Psh, bullshit. I want to murder
Maybe.
everything.
No, I'm not saying I want like walking simulators, but Dishonored gives you options where it's like you don't have to murder everything. Like you can try to do non-kill.
Yeah,
or...
that's what we call the pussy mode of the
Yep.
game.
What do you mean?
Kill everything.
I want Emily to become a good leader and not an authoritarian, killing everything.
Nah, you're just weak.
Yep.
I don't want my daughter Emily in Dishonored to become the next Fidel Castro.
Bitch, she's not your daughter.
Fair enough. See how Mercy ends in Dishonored. Fuck you. Oh my god, dude. These guards, I wish they would make it easier. Just go to sleep when I hit them in a sleep dart sometimes. Also, why is it bad that I do it on a murder way? I try to find another way.
Because you're a
It's pussy
bitch.
way.
Even in Deus Ex, I didn't. Because in Deus Ex, I'm a detective. I get to think of myself as a detective. So why would I go murdering everyone?
Because
Looking back,
sometimes
says he doesn't
you
murder,
need to in
right?
order to get the truth, man.
I don't mean like I don't kill at all in this Deus Ex, but I'm like most of the time I don't kill.
It's your bitch. Got it. Kidding.
Oh, if you don't like to challenge yourself, because in Dishonored it's easy. Because if I go the murder playthrough, I can be Dishonored really quick. Because I can just murder everything in sight and be done. But I like to challenge myself.
That just requires a lot of timing and patience, something that I don't have.
I mean, some of the targets, like I choose which ones morally kind of like do like for example, you know the twins in the second mission, Dishonored 2, the Boyle twins, the rich
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I choose: is it worth cutting their tongues off and putting them into basically a concentration camp, or should I just kill them? I choose. I guess the better option would be to kill them because they'd be suffering in a concentration camp practically, or a work camp. But you know what I
Fuck
mean.
those niggas.
And I was like, all right, I'll just slit your throats. It's easy. But for the Campbell, the whole religious guy, I made him a heretic because I hate the guy. So I made him a heretic in his own religion. See, you probably didn't know that you can make Campbell a heretic.
No, I didn't.
Wait, did any of you play Dishonored, or am I just speaking bullshit here?
I played it.
I played a little of the first one.
You need to complete the first one, gangster.
I don't have it.
Dude, it was like $3 during the sale.
I don't give a fuck.
Bitch.
I didn't
Alright,
like
I'm
it.
gonna play-
Especially all the fucking powers. Like they were all bullshit.
You don't have to use powers. Like I really like if you're doing a non-murder playthrough. I use them.
Yeah, but
only...
that's so. Then why even have them? Like, I want powers that are cool.
The powers are cool in Dishonored, though.
No, they're not.
Like
When you
rats, force push.
Rats. Fucking rats, dude.
when you
Yeah,
get,
but they eat their motherfucking targets alive.
I don't give a fuck. They're rats.
when you get your powers in the game, or when you're given the option to,
Bend time, possession. Those are awesome abilities, gangster. I'm not sure who you're talking about.
So here's the thing: you're given the option to have powers in the first place for both games. That goes for them.
Yeah.
You're given the option.
Is that the reason why you don't play with powers?
What?
Is that a reason why you don't play them? Is because you don't like the powers?
I didn't like a whole bunch of shit. Like the powers were one thing.
What else did you didn't like? Because I'm really
Oh,
curious now.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I played it.
Also, the best mission I ever played in a game, I would say one of the best is the Dishonored, like, Boyle Party mission. That was, like, the coolest mission. And especially when you do a murder playthrough in that mission, you just roll there, grab your fucking, just have a gun, you fucking force push people to the wall, just murder everyone. Shit like that. It's intense crap like that mission is. Especially do a murder playthrough.
Ugh.
Also, the ending reflects your choices, by the way. So
There's plenty
maybe
of
you
games
might not
like that.
Wait, do you hate it or like it?
What?
Like game endings that reflect your choices?
Doesn't really matter.
Because I know you like Human Revolution and Human Revolution choice at the end.
Like better than
Right.
Dishonored would be the playthrough of Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion or Skyrim.
Dark Brotherhood and Skyrim. It was good, but the filler missions kind of sucked. But the actual, like, doing the assassination of the Emperor, that was a cool mission.
That was a great mission.
It
Although
was. And
I
Oblivion, I
think,
never played it.
oh
so
man, I
can't-
think my favorite is the one in Oblivion where you go to a party and you have to kill all 12 of the people, but there's
You
a
can't be
whole,
seen.
well, it makes it a lot harder because if you're seen killing one of them, then the rest of them will band together and try and kill you. So like you can replace an apple on the table with a poisoned apple, and then you can sneak up into the top and like push a statue down on somebody, and then you can like make it look like one of the other people killed one of them, and so then they'll start killing each other off.
Oh, dude, I need to play this
It's
now. I need to get
fucking
Oblivion.
great. Uh, Although I think the best was the Thieves Guild in Oblivion because you steal a fucking Elder Scroll.
Is Oblivion still playable now?
Nope.
Or is it kind of like Morrowind? where it's
Mod
like-
the shit out of it because the
Mod the fuck out of it.
yeah the
Graphics
faces
are
look
fucking
no
IS.
the graphics are good. It's just the people that look
Not.
shitty.
No, they're not.
They're not
Don't play
bad.
yourself.
Oh, dude, they're not bad. It still
I couldn't.
it still
I had
looks
to mod the fuck out of it.
well, it still looks decent.
I could probably download a shit ton of EMB mods like I did with Skyrim, make my Skyrim look good. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
for sure. Do that. Just don't play vanilla.
I mean, would any of you play a Bethesda game vanilla?
You're funny.
I played most of the Bethesda games.
Would you play Skyrim vanilla?
I play them all vanilla before I do mods.
See, I don't understand that. Why do people do that?
It's still
I
fun.
modded it away. I made Alduin because Alduin is just a black dragon. He's not that really cool of a dragon in Skyrim, but I made him cool. Like I done a mod that makes him look like he's like flame. He just looks really badass and intimidating.
I never.
Like
understood
I made
that.
Alduin look like an actual scary motherfucker you don't want to fuck with.
How I start out with a Bethesda game is I need to put the mods that fix the shit that Bethesda didn't bother to fix or put.
See,
that
I don't usually run into that stuff.
No, it's just stupid shit. Like Like, it's just stupid shit. For example, Fallout 4, my biggest issues was how the guns were positioned. They're always aimed down, basically, right? So what I did is got a mod that was called lowered weapon animations, which lowered the gun so it didn't take up 75% of your screen.
Doesn't even take up like 20% of the screen.
I mean, you get. I know.
My biggest problem with Fallout 4 holding weapons was the FOV, but you can fix that easy. So
Oh, this is hilarious. Kotaku. In 2018, Tumblr is a joyless black hole. Like, I'm not saying they're wrong, but the irony of Kotaku writing that is just too
it's like the
much.
pot calling the kettle black.
Ugh. Hilarious.
It's kind of like that scenario where they say like, it's the pot calling the kettle black, something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I just realized why my game looks so bad. It's because motion blur was on.
Oh, motion blur is
I hate
great.
motion blur.
Oh.
Like, what's the problem with games that have motion blur and film grain? What the hell's the point of film grain?
Film grain I could do without. Motion blur is fucking awesome.
Huh? Motion blur is awesome, you said?
Yes, it is.
Why are you like this?
Because I like it.
Why?
Oh, where the fuck did
I think Tristan might have went to bed.
Yeah,
or
just
something like that.
said. DM me.
fucking why didn't you just say I'm going to bed?
Because he's a bitch.
And he loves dick, right?
Exposed.
Tristan just got exposed as a queer on stream.
Yeah, basically.
And also, Go gets gay too. So put that out there.
Oh, we need that though.
Go to sleep, bitch.
It's only 1 a.m. The fuck? I love this game. If you guys haven't picked up the Humble Monthly yet, I highly recommend it.
Nah, I'm good.
$12, my guy.
That's $12 I don't want to spend.
$12 for
What's the game?
Hat in Time, Conan Exiles, and Escapist 2.
Escapist. I fucking love Escapist. I played it on my console.
Yeah.
I loved it, and I wasn't able to get it for PC. Is Escapist on the Switch? Because I probably would get on the Switch.
I don't know.
Right. Any other shitty articles by Kotaku?
Kotaku's just entire fucking website shitty articles. I
Pretty
know.
much.
I know, but you know what I mean.
I'm still reading about through this Tumblr one.
What's the Tumblr article saying? How Tumblr is a shiphole?
I mean, they're just kind of going through it, but it's just interesting they can't see that.
If they created it like that?
Well, because like they go through a bunch of like how a group on Tumblr will start to get toxic and start arguing and shit like
reporting
that.
and censoring people.
Yeah. It's like you guys do the exact same fucking thing.
Also, I gotta ask a tech question real quick, actually.
What?
With laptops, like gaming laptops, if I do try to get one, is there a way to get a budget one or gonna break the bank?
For a good one that's gonna last you a bit, you're gonna break the bank, unfortunately.
You can get them for like, cause I see them at Fry's all the time for around anywhere from like 800 to 1200, where
Like
it's
I don't need like a one that has like a 1060 or something like that. I just need one that can run like, some of my old games, so I can maybe play some of those on the go.
well, anything from 800 to 1200 will get you like between somewhere around a 1060 or 1070 with like I don't know what Intel processor, but a nice Intel i7 and usually like a 128 solid state with like a 1 terabyte hard drive.
I'm gonna have to get that as an investment because I will be eventually because I might need it for traveling purposes.
There
And also,
used to be where you could buy bare bones laptops, which were really nice.
and make them like.
Well, no, it was like it would be the chassis, the monitor, the motherboard, CPU, graphics card. It wouldn't come with usually a hard drive. It wouldn't come with RAM, and maybe a couple like maybe it wouldn't come with like a Wi-Fi card, but it would have like one of the slots for one or something like that. I don't know if they still sell them though, or if they do, if they're any good. So, but they're not all that expensive anymore. I'm sure you can. I saw some Vega ones out there.
Because because I'm thinking I need a laptop, and I don't mind if I have to break the bank a bit, but I just don't want to have to spend absurd money, if you know what I mean.
$800 should get you a decent laptop.
800, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 800 US,
Canadian, I think that's maybe a grand and 20.
something like that.
Grandish.
Because I don't even want to like use it play for like modern. It's more like because I have tons like shitty, not shitty, but like old games I like to play on the go. So some of this stuff is just the best way to describe it. As long as I can play like Dying Light on the go, I'd be cool. But
Ooh, Dying Light's a really good game.
Yes, it
fucking
is.
can't. They have they have a really good guide coming into the story for Dying Light 2, so I'm actually really excited for Dying Light 2 story.
Looks very interesting. More verticality. The amount of verticality that it has.
Yeah, Dying Light 2. I feel like Dying Light was one of those games that really did get pushed under the rug because it did have a bad story, but everything else about it was excellent.
It wasn't that bad.
Nah, the story was bad.
Like
It started off interesting.
There's nothing to write home about.
It is true the story is not interesting, but they're changing game approaches where it's now there's gonna be less zombies, but that's more for like because you're gonna have to. They're trying to make the story about people more, and like you'll encounter zombies more at night and shit like that. And it's because zombies as like an enemy, they're kind of like a decaying type of enemy, where it's like they're not gonna be in droves like they used to be. If you know what I mean.
I just wish there was more guns.
Not Dying Light, like just trying to get anywhere was a fucking pain in the ass. Was in the first one because it would just be zombies everywhere. Sorry, I'm half asleep.
You could just run along the buildings though.
Yeah, Dying Light's parkour system, I think it's top tier, especially for its time and now.
Mirror's Edge needs to take a fucking page from that book.
Mirror's Edge, Catalyst.
That's a good meme.
Mirror's Edge. Shitty game. Yep, first comment on that Kotaku thing in Reddit.
I love how everyone's first complaint about Mirror's Edge Catalyst was fucking combat. That you had to fist fight everybody and you couldn't use guns. Which I didn't really care for, like the guns in the first one, so...
Yeah. Mirror's Edge. But I'm just really excited for Dying Light 2, and I think it has potential to be like a top tier game.
Better have
But-
more guns.
Guns. I didn't know. Here's the thing about Dying Light. I don't care about the fucking guns. Like, Dying Light's the last game you have so much, like you have so many options.
Yeah, but
Why
they're
would
all
you?
melee though.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like they're all cool though. They're
Oh,
all unique in my opinion.
yeah. What, a pipe that's got a little electric on it? Come
I
on.
mean, better than a regular pipe, yeah. I need another Prince of Persia game, or I'm gonna kill Ubisoft.
Dude, that was the game that I went around town all day looking for parts for my brother's old PS2 for.
Dude, Prince of Persia is just like one of the first games that I ever played as a kid, right? And it just holds a special place in my heart. And like with the last game they made being what they were garbage, right? I was really sad. The original trilogy was amazing, but these last two were fucking garbage. I was like, why? I was just hoping for another Prince of Persia, but they just probably.
What's the big deal with Prince of Persia? There you go. That's not much right now.
Personally, I just enjoyed the game as a kid. That's about it. Like, there's nothing special about it.
Well, it had interesting mechanics that were pretty, like the rewinding time and shit. That really hadn't been done before, I don't think.
Yeah. I like the wall riding a lot. I think that was like one of the first
Yeah,
games I
that
did
was
it.
really well done. And then the storytelling part was also, I don't think I'd ever
Story.
seen that, where
That was really
the narrator at certain times would say, and it was like he was telling a story. Like if you jumped into a pit, he would say, "No, wait a second, that's not how it happened," and then the game would,
yeah.
go back and yeah,
Well, no, it wasn't the narrator. It was the prince itself who was
right,
speaking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But as the narrator, I mean, he was,
I think one of my favorite parts was it's like when you're saving the game and about to quit it, he goes, "Do you really wish to quit before I finish my story?" And then as you click a yeah, it goes as you wish. I was like, damn.
Makes you feel bad, man, about
Yeah.
quitting.
It's like shit. Let me come back then real quick. Hold on.
it's just like the old Doom and Wolfenstein and shit.
Back when Wolfenstein was good.
Yeah, and I remember it's, "Do you really wish to leave before finishing my story?" And then he goes, "As you wish." I was like, damn. I feel bad now.
I mean, New Colossus, man. That game was so bad.
I didn't even bother picking it up, and it was like what, $30, $40, whatever. I'll pick it up if it's like $8. Like okay, because here's the thing: New Order was fun, but it was repetitive as fuck.
New Order was a good game. Like the story wise, I found the story really good.
Yeah, it was
was repetitive as
really
fuck.
good.
And the gameplay,
It was
I
a
thought
Wolfenstein game.
Gameplay, I do like the gameplay of it, and it had tons of weapons. Like I felt like gameplay wise, complete variety.
And I liked the upgrade system, whereas you earned achievements that give you new perks.
And Wolfenstein 2, it's a Wolfenstein 2 New Colossus, like is a complete downgrade.
I know, that's why I never bought it. I heard it
like
was...
there's less guns, less, and the story has so many stupid characters now. Like they had some black chick, and they're like, "Hey, like this black chick who's a complete bitch." You know what I mean?
Like her because she's black, please. Just like why? Like her for the sole reason of her fucking skin color. Or else you're racist.
No, the problem is this chick was a black supremacist, and they're telling you you have to like her. What? It's like you have the Nazi equivalent of the for a different race, but this one's fine.
Okay, makes sense. Oh, it's because she's black. Okay, makes sense. That's totally justifiable.
And that's what and it has an SJW element. Honestly, it's like how SJWs, you ruin a story about killing Nazis. How do you do that?
They just do.
Easily.
Like, how do you ruin a story about killing Nazis? Like how bad of a story do you have to be to do that?
By existing.
It's like, geez, the people you hate, the Nazis, you can't even write a good story about how bad they are and shit. Like, god damn it, you idiots. Also, there's no, like, you don't really see the Nazis being cruel at all. Like, at most, you see them just fucking a Nazi and a KKK guy at a diner.
Game was pointless. It was boring. It was repetitive.
And also, the ending kind of, it basically made it so DJ or whatever lives, even though he should have
Did you say
died
DJ?
fighting the New Order. I said, I can't remember his exact name. I said DJ. I'm fucking so
BJ.
BJ.
Fucking blowjob.
Yeah, but he makes it manly.
Bitch really said DJ. It really do be like that.
BJ Blazkowicz, yo.
That guy was fucking bad. He's badass. He's cool.
Fucking A. Square jawed motherfucker. Better than
And
Chip
they
Norris.
ruined him in
Chuck
Colossus,
Norris.
by the way. They ruined him in Colossus, so if you don't want him ruined, don't play Colossus.
I personally just need more. Like, I picked up a Vampire. That game is really fun.
We need more game. We need a Schindler's List of time strategy game. Who would you guys pick to live in New Order? Like, who would you pick?
Didn't beat the game. Got bored.
I never played it.
Victor?
Oh, wait.
New Order.
New Order?
Yeah.
Wait. Pick to what?
Who'd you pick to live at the beginning?
Oh. I think my first run through, I picked the young kid.
I picked the old guy.
No, wait, no. Never mind. It was the old guy, because the old guy, which one does he do? Lockpicking or, he does electrical, right? The old guy does, rewiring shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know I picked him because I remember on my first playthrough, I kept hearing him say, why'd you pick an old fart like me, and this, that, and the other. The second playthrough, I did pick the young guy, but I don't think I finished that one yet.
Yep. Well, I'm pooped out of shit to talk about. What are you guys? Oh shit, 3 in the morning. I need to go to sleep because I got a family matter to attend to tomorrow at like 2 o'clock. So
Don't be a little bitch.
I'll fucking eat you for $20.
Oh, shit. Wait, who gets $20?
Me, because
Why the fuck do you get $20?
Exactly, bitch.
because it's a service, but my service is so good, you pay me.
The fuck? I don't know.
Shit,
what
that sounds retarded. Never mind.
Have any of you played Subnautica?
Just played what?
Subnautica?
No, I have not played Subnautica.
I played it, but I can't get into it.
I'd recommend it. Like, I think it's fully out now, right?
Yeah, it's fully out right now, but the problem is I find it difficult to get into because it's a resource-heavy game. But the problem is there's no like any form of information I can find on how to get certain resources. It's frustrating.
No, you just look at the fabricator and it tells you how to get basically everything. So here's the thing. I had
Also,
a
I
friend-
can't find the thing like the blue to get through places,
the blue what places?
like to build the submarines and shit.
Oh, the fucking vehicle bay?
Yeah.
Dude, you have to craft it. You have to find the parts and then craft it. And it's fairly simple to craft, not gonna lie.
Man, the Reddit thread on this Kotaku article is just fucking hilarious.
What is it? Just read some of the funny gems you could put out there.
Well, it's like the first one was, pot calling the kettle black. And then there were people that outlined exactly how Tumblr became the cesspool that it is. And yeah, it was just glorious. Yeah.
Were any of the comments deleted?
Would anybody here recommend against a Nintendo Switch?
Against what?
A Nintendo Switch?
I think they're useless, but
No, the Switch is a great console.
Because I was thinking of picking one up, especially after they announced Smash. That's what I was waiting for.
Nintendo Switch is a great console.
I don't like the Switch from a design standpoint.
Okay, what do you guys think of this? So, I bought, since I have a Wii U, yeah, fuck me, I have a Wii U. I have a Wii U, so I bought Breath of the Wild when it came out on there, and it ran like dog shit, so...
It runs better in the emulator. I'd recommend
Yeah,
Switch or playing on the emulator.
I emulated it. Do you think that's bad if I emulated it, even though I bought the game?
No, I don't give a fuck.
Like, I have CMU, and I'm running it at 4K 60.
I mean, I emulate tons of old
Yeah,
Nintendo games.
I've got a Game Boy Advance emulator on my PlayStation Portable, so I can fucking play all the the cartridges that I still have, but I don't have a Game Boy Advance because I think my ex-girlfriend stole it. I know, fucking
I'd kill her.
bitch. Dude, that's the Game Boy Advance I owned since I was like 15 years old or 13 years old or whatever.
What a biatch.
Fucking cunt stole it. And I still have all the games, dude. I've got like 20 cartridges for it. Got all the good ones too. Both Golden Suns, but 2 or 3 of the Castlevanias, and both of the Advance Wars. Dude, I got all the fucking good games. I think the only game I don't have for it that was like one of the top ones is Metroid Prime, or Fusion.
You mess with emulators a lot. Real quick, is there a way to make games full screen with Dolphin emulator GameCube games, or no? You can't.
Alt plus enter.
Yeah, that's the standard Windows shortcut for going between full screen or not.
Because that's a problem. Because I play a lot of Pokemon Coliseum. Don't judge me.
No, Coliseum was fun.
No, I'll judge you.
Fucking bite me. Coliseum is the most unique and one of the coolest Pokemon games ever.
Also played XD. XD? Kill me.
I haven't played through XD yet.
XD Gales of Darkness, I think it was.
Yeah, but I know there's like a Niggalugia in there, so I'm like, okay.
I
just call him Nigga Pokemon. That's when they say it's Pokemon possessed by darkness or whatever. I'm Nigga Pokemon.
Niggamon. They're just Niggamon. Yeah, just click left alt plus enter and you'll get in full screen.
Wait, left click plus enter and it just solves the problem for me?
Left alt.
Oh, left alt then enter?
Yeah. Left alt, hold it, and then click enter. And then it goes.
Alright, thank you. I solved that problem now. And for the Dolphin CMU emulator, is it difficult to emulate Zelda Breath of the Wild?
No, you can do it within about 10 minutes.
Because I heard on PC version you can mod it, so I'm like, that sounds cool.
I haven't bothered with it, but you can.
I'm gonna mod it because I like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, I want to install a mod that basically takes away durability for weapons.
That would be really cool, actually. Just go through the entire game.
Because playing through Zelda Breath of the Wild, because I am finally through it, but it's so hard because the weapon durability system is fucking trash.
Dude, just imagine going through the entire game with a fucking tree branch.
Oh my god. And the problem is I just want to take away weapon durability entirely. The stupid thing. I should be able to upgrade my weapons whenever I want, and I should upgrade naturally, not because, I hit an enemy 8 times and it breaks. Because boss fights in Breath of the Wild are you gotta carry a shit ton of swords, and like 3 different types of the same bow, because God forbid if it breaks during the boss fight, God forbid.
Yeah, I think with Breath of the Wild had so much, like I think I put 30 hours into that game, without even going to a single boss, right? But then once you
That's
do
the same thing with me. I just explore because the game is so good for exploring.
the dungeons are so short and there's only 4 of them, like, bruh, you need to pick that shit up.
Oh, have you guys seen the new Overwatch character?
Oh
Fucking
no.
the bitch ass hamster, yeah, fuck
Dude,
that nigga.
something straight out of a Pixar movie.
I mean, honestly, I like it. It's wacky and it's something that we needed in Overwatch, but
I was thinking they were gonna add some stupid like gender neutral dinosaur. I'm like, God damn it.
no, it's a fucking hamster in a mech suit.
It's too fucking wacky, man.
See, I like it though. Like, especially,
problem.
I like that he doesn't just move around. I like his fucking swinging mechanic.
Like,
My
it would have been
problem
fine
with
if they had done that
Overwatch
with something else.
My
It's a
problem
fucking
with
hamster.
Sorry.
I don't care.
Continue, I didn't mean to
Just-
cut you off. I forget that.
It's a fucking hamster. How? That's the thing. Every Overwatch character, even the goofy ones, have a certain level of seriousness to them, and you can't be serious at all with a fucking hamster.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
Gangs is not wrong in that regard.
no, I mean, yeah. Look at Winston. He's a fucking gorilla, but you're just like, he's a scientist.
He's a scientist.
And he's got a big
Like,
lightning
Liz,
gun, and he actually, and some of the
There's
shit he
this
says is
fucking-
actual, like, not like serious, but it's, context appropriate and shit.
Then there's this tiny ass little gerbil that I shoved up my ass last week in a fucking mech suit.
Fucking silly. Yeah, they really should have
I mean-
rethought that.
It's funny though. Like I enjoy it. I don't know why. It's like the same way I enjoyed fuck. I can't think. It'll come to me eventually.
What?
Maybe not today. I
Anime
can't think.
News Network banned the word trap on their forums?
No.
No, my God. People first. Why are people bringing up the gaming? Games should be done by now.
How the fuck can they even do that? Like, half of anime has traps in it.
No.
I mean,
they're
have you
called-
watched Boku? It's Trap Simulator.
They're called Fudenaris and whatever other fucking terms they have. They're not traps, 'cause that's overgeneralizing them. Oh boy, I want to die.
I mean,
Yeah, can you not talk about Yu-Gi-Oh now?
you might be my trap card.
Banned.
Uh,
You gotta do some dumb shit now, like T space R space A space P.
oh, they'll probably ban you for that anyway. Dude, oh, that's okay. This is what gets me about these fucking people, right? Because they go on and on about all this fucking, you need all these tools to help people from being offended and shit like that. And it's like, how do you guys expect it? You cannot even create a chat filter that will keep people from saying bad words from each other to
Oh,
each
no,
other.
Go in the PCMR server. They banned nigga, any form of it, even nibba. They banned nibba, right?
Well, that's
They
the thing.
banned-
You don't. If somebody says the N word, everybody knows exactly what that guy is talking about. They
Right.
don't even have to. That one letter. I mean, I can say F you and F that and F this whole F this whole effing thing, and people know
Yeah.
exactly what that letter means, and how
Yeah.
we can make one letter become something offensive, and yet you think that we're somehow going to be able to remove all offensive things from the internet. Like,
Right.
God, you fuckers are
And
so
this is-
stupid.
Like I remember, I've been in the server for a while. You know what's the most recent thing they've banned? They banned the fucking bee emoji.
Like the ones people used to do for Nibba.
Yeah,
Okay. The red
they just
square.
They just banned the entire emoji.
Oh my God, that's why I don't go in those public Discord servers. Because they're politically correct bullshit, and it's like, fuck that.
And then I think at a certain point, it's because this is because of me actually. It's because I'd use gay as a fucking just as a verb or
Oh,
noun.
I use the word gay all the time.
So I'd be like, yo, this fucking game is so gay, right? And this guy's like, how could a game have a sexuality? I'm like, you know what I mean, right? It's just it's a bunch of old heads in there, right? So they temporarily, I think for like I think, a week straight. If you said the word gay, the bot would block it. And if you said it too many times, you'd automatically get muted. And they
What
also
about the word
banned.
"shut up, faggot"? Like, what if you told the owner of the Discord server, "Shut up, faggot"?
And like what line spamming is.
The wait,
Now,
what?
basically, people who like. Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate it slightly in the shitpost channel. So basically,
How to basic. It's like these companies should realize, like, the most popular YouTuber on the planet is like a politically incorrect monster, and he's amazing for it. I mean, do you guys think there's gonna be like a ginormous like
So-
entertainment revolt happening soon?
take a look in shitpost or general no links. I'll delete it later. I thought I was in shitpost.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so you know how I quote unquote line spammed, right? Like
Oh,
line-
yeah, right.
they banned that. I think it's like after four or five you get banned or muted. Sorry. Hey, if you say nigga 3 times in a row, you're gone. Or not in a row, but like if you say nigga 3 times, period.
Dude, why are SJWs like ruining everything?
I have no idea, man.
Like, how do you like? This is why I don't go in those Discord servers, like public Discord servers for most YouTubers, because unless if I know that you're politically incorrect, I will refuse to join their server.
Oh no, like for example, go to Swagger Souls' server. That's the most, or even Fitz' server, right? Those servers are, you fuck around whatever you do it in them. Same with the.
Like, I understand maybe not use the N word because, like,
No,
you know,
for-
controversial stuff like that. But
for Kanga server allowed it.
I can understand stuff like that. But the word faggot, that's like
Yeah.
my catchphrase.
Exactly. Like
Like, go get knows. I call people faggots all the time, especially in Fortnite. Whenever someone kills me, kill them, it's like, die, faggot, or fuck you, faggot.
I remember when I was in the Bulletberry server, they had a rule where you could not type the N word, but you could say it in voice chats. I was like, what? Kind of fucking Humpty Dumpty bullshit is this? I'm gonna play Gungeon and start to get triggered. You also streaming?
Surprisingly, but I guess whatever was going on got
I mean,
fixed.
see, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Our helicopter's gay.
What do you average on viewers for this stream?
Used to be a bunch. We'd get like 10 to 20 people ish watching us live, and then maybe 180 to 220 after
Damn.
the fact. Yeah. Lately it's been a lot less though. I don't know why.
Like 60 per average, at least that's what I saw.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
I just started streaming back on Twitch after like a month because I had exams and I was just trying to get that out of the way. And like first stream back, I averaged around 8 viewers. I was like, okay, that's not bad. For a young lad that only has like 130 followers, I want to say. I have my affiliate. I'm happy about that though. That's all I care
I'm probably gonna get a live stream at some point. I need
for. Live streaming's fun, in my opinion.
I was gonna make a rash decision and buy like a really expensive one, but I didn't.
Nah,
bro.
no point.
And Gangster knows what I'm talking about. I literally bought a one thing.
Shit, buy me shit. I'm poor.
I don't remember that.
Remember the $2,000 monitor from Acer, the 104
Oh,
hertz
no.
That you
one?
returned
And
like
your
10
mom-
minutes later?
Yeah, I
Yes.
was there. That was you.
Yeah, and it's like my mom got mad because she said it's your hard work money that you work for, and you're willing to spend it on that much on a monitor.
I mean,
And
see,
dude-
here's the thing. Like, if you have the money to spend, spend it.
Yeah, but my mom really gets fussy about that because just because you have the money, that means you don't spend it. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what my mom said. She was like, I just recently picked up a new job, right? Today was my first day. And so she goes, yeah, just because you're earning money again doesn't mean you need to spend it all away. And I was like, that's not what I did with my old job. Like, I think I spent like on myself. I think out of that, I only worked at that job for like about a month before I got bored of it because they weren't giving me any hours. Right? I worked it there for a month, got about I want to say $900 before I quit because they weren't giving me any hours, and then I only spent like 200 of that on myself. Like, not a lot.
And for second monitors, my problem getting a second monitor, very hard to find a 1080p like G-Sync monitor that's decently cheap.
You
Oh, I
won't.
need like
It's
I,
gonna
I
be
always
it's gonna be $100 more than any other comparable monitor because the stuff that Nvidia makes them use costs about $100.
And I'm wondering, should I just say fuck it with G-Sync or just because I
Well, you
haven't
don't
been
need
using
G-Sync
it?
for your second monitor. Like
I
why
might
if
use it for some other games because I plan to make like 144 hertz because I am planning to use them.
What's your primary monitor right now?
A 4K 60 monitor with G-Sync and all that and some other
Okay.
stuff.
So, okay, I actually got a good question. You have a 1080 Ti, right?
hmm
Would you recommend 4K 60 or 1440p 144?
It depends on the game because some games I can run 4K 60 easy, and then there's some games where you just can't.
I'm okay. For me, I play
It's a
more.
game on an individual. If you play majority, yeah, you probably won't have a problem being 4K 60. But if you
'Cause
play like let's say like half indie, half AAA, I said triple A, you might have some problems with some AAA games. Not all, but some.
so recently, I've been just playing a lot of indie
If you're playing indies, then it doesn't really matter.
single players, but other times I'm playing multiplayer games like Overwatch and stuff.
Multiplayer, I'd probably do a higher refresh rate.
Because that's the thing. Instead of going 1080p 144, I can go 1440p, which is already better than 1080p plus 144 hertz. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
but
I need 4K.
multiplayer is good. Like 4K does look good, but it depends the game too. Because some games you might not tell a difference. Like, I'll be honest, some games you can't tell a difference between 4K and like some other resolutions like 1080p. And then there's some games that you can tell. Like Skyrim Vanilla, I can't tell a difference between 4K and 1080p. But Skyrim with mods, I can tell a major difference between 4K and 1080p.
Uh huh.
That's a better example, like kind of like that. What's funny?
the Reddit thread about the Anime News Network banning Trap. It's a deceptive machination. Admiral Akbar in an upcoming Star Wars remake. Ugh, the memes are glorious.
That has to be made fun of because that's just one thing anime fans are good at, just fun of everything. And I can't say that as an anime fan.
How does Rice have a higher role than I do? I'm triggered.
It's not even really though. It doesn't have any powers or anything.
And
Do you want to be in there?
No, I'd rather not be associated with Rice. Want to give me my own special role? Sure, but not associated with Rice. That's a no-go.
also, when we're
I
thinking
could do
about-
that.
Oh, hell yeah.
What would I call it? Better than rice.
Yeah, dude, just a fucking trigger. I don't think he's ever in this movie.
Do it.
All
Also,
right,
when
all
we're
right.
thinking about the 4K and stuff like that, it depends. Also, it depends what you prefer. Because if you prefer a high refresh rate, then like let's say because
Really?
I used to play at 144 hertz, dropping down to 60 FPS, I felt it.
Oh no, like that's what the thing. Like I've never played 144. I've always played. I played
That's the-
75 at max.
Maybe I would say maybe go 4K if you want to, but the problem is if 144 hertz is so good, like
It's a hard opportunity to pass up.
it's a hard opportunity to pass up. Because the 4K, like 4K 60 FPS, like not 60, but 4K in general, every game when it comes to 4K it's individual, like heavy individual when it comes to games.
Uh,
Um,
But 144 hertz, that is universal for most games.
Right. It's like I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I still have some time to think about it because I have
And
no money right
also,
now.
you have to think about money too, because 4K
That's just gonna be expensive for sure.
isn't cheap.
I know, like, a okay 4K monitor is like $500 here, which is how much I paid for my graphics card. So,
And it depends size too, because my
Oh.
monitor is 28 inches, but
how
like
many
if you were
inches?
gonna get a 4K monitor, but let's say it was not that big, like I would say like maybe like let's say if it was only like 23 or 24 inches, then I wouldn't bother.
Nah, I can't go back to that size. I I recently, like, cause up until November of last year, I only had one monitor, and then I got two, and it's a 27-inch 1080p 60 hertz, and I like this the 27-inch a lot. Like 27 inches is really nice. I feel like it'd be way better with 4K as well.
There you go, bro.
Where did you send it?
I didn't send it. It's on the right.
On the Game Talk server?
Yeah.
Yo, you know the moderator? Can you put faggots? Can you change moderator to
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, do it.
Better than Rise. Yeah, boy. Yeah, fuck Rise.
Ugh.
Oh, Metro's in this server as well?
Yeah, of course Metro's here.
Yeah, all Metro plays though is his Nintendo Switch.
I know, right? Does he even stream anymore?
He does. I
He
follow him.
streams his Switch. He streams Rocket League on the Switch.
All I see him stream is Overwatch.
God,
God forbid
that game's
Overwatch
been
ever
garbage for so long now.
Overwatch. Here's the thing back what we're gonna say about Overwatch. Bridget broke Overwatch. Like she
Bridget.
literally did.
Dude, Anna broke Overwatch, but
No,
at
Bridget,
least
no, Bridget broke it. Bridget literally does everything. Offensive, healing, and defensive. She does everything.
Yeah.
it's
She's
true.
a bitch. She's a bitch. Fuck that.
And Anna at least like Anna was offensive for what her damage. She was in a good place. Bridget literally does everything. It's gone to a point where people say they have to change Bridget fundamentally or remove her from the game. That's the only two options for Bridget. That's how bad it is.
Oh, they're not gonna do it, dude. Widow should have been removed from the game from the get-go, but here we are.
Widow's useless now.
Widow's been
Yeah,
useless.
especially if Bridget's around though. With Bridget around, oh my god.
I love
friend was a
asking
Widow main.
people what is Widow good at.
My
And
friend was a Widow main 78 hours, and he recently switched to Hanzo because
Hanzo
Widow's
can actually do shit.
yeah, Hanzo can do shit Widow can't.
It's so funny because you ask him like, what can Widow do? Bro, she can get
Yes.
kills. Yeah, so can
no,
everybody else.
He's a really good sniper. Like my friend, he plays sniper. Okay, it's Vulpix again. I'm talking about.
The
but-
Pokemon?
Yes, the Pokemon. No. But he's really like any game that he plays, he has to get a sniper. When I played Borderlands 1 and 2 with him, he played sniper, right? I played Destiny with him, sniper, right? And et cetera, et cetera. So he's a sniper fucking god. He went Widow, obviously, right? Then Widow just became obsolete, I guess. And so he switched to Hanzo. Still a sniper. Like the only three characters that he plays are Hanzo, McCree, and Widow. All three of them, quote unquote, snipers.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of characters that can shoot people from a ways away, and it's not even like there's any real sniping in Overwatch because the maps aren't fucking big enough. But forgetting that, there's plenty of characters that can shoot people from just as far away as Widow, and they can actually hang out on the point and do shit without getting just wrecked.
Anna, McCree.
That's also Widow needs to be changed, but more importantly, Bridget is like this is different. Widow is sucking right now, like she's useless. Bridget is borderline broken.
Oh no, she is broken. Not borderline. She is broken.
She's broken. Like Gangster, if you've played her recently, it's literally unfair. Like you'd run up to her as Reaper and you'd literally get shit on your chest. That's how OP she is right now.
Yeah, I
Here's the
do
thing-
remember her.
Here's the thing. She was an anti-dive character.
Yeah, but she's anti everything. She takes out everyone.
Didn't she become a dive character though?
Yeah, wait, did she become a dive character? I'm not familiar with
Because
the
I'm
new
pretty
meta
sure
for
you
that.
can dive with Bridget.
Quote unquote, yeah, she's fairly quick.
And her
I mean,
shield
it's
too,
stupid
because she
easy
has a
to just
shield
run
buff.
the fuck up with, right with your DPS characters, bash the fuck out of somebody, put your fucking shield up, and now you've got fucking death on all sides, killing everybody, and they're shielded and getting healed because you're fucking ludicrous.
Exactly.
Like I said, this shit started with fucking Anna. They kept making heroes more and more general
See,
purpose, and
you know what I,
fucking it just ruined everything.
you know what I realized, or what Blizzard didn't realize is every new character that they put out was fucking with one or more characters that were in the game originally. But think of it,
Well, I think TF2 doesn't add any new characters.
who has it the most? Who has it the worst? It's fucking Reinhardt. Reinhardt has it the
Oh,
worst.
Reinhardt's been getting shit on every single
Right.
time.
Season 10 was the worst season for Reinhardt when Bridget first came out, when she was first at her, like, before any of her nerfs. Reinhardt got fucking shat on, dude. Any match, Reinhardt got shat on. Right now they're reworking Reinhardt, they're reworking Torb so that he can fucking throw his turret now, because that's a good idea, I guess.
I had Torb get shit on, but the big destroyer, like, this is a DLC character that literally destroyed the meta for Overwatch.
Who did?
DLC?
Bridget. Bridget destroyed everything in Overwatch.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, but it started with Anna and the rework of Mercy.
The
The
rework.
rework of Mercy, I fundamentally think was bad too. Like, that's the thing I would agree
They
with you.
well, it started off with Anna, and then I mean kinda with, well, no, not kinda. It was bad with what's her name too, the cloaking bitch.
Moira.
So,
No.
Sombra,
Sombra, yeah. And then it got really bad with that other tank. The fuck is her name? The
Orisa.
Orisa, yeah. Fuck, dude. Just the cream of the crop as far as skills go, from like some of the best skills from every other character in miniaturized form. Like, the fuck were you thinking, Blizzard? But yeah, they kept making more and more generalized heroes that could do
And
more and more with
okay,
their skills. And
like
so then
like
all the characters that were specialized got left behind in the dust, because there were now characters like between Anna and Mercy. Anna could heal just as good as Mercy did, and she had a whole bunch of other things that she could do.
here's the
Mercy
thing.
had a res though, like in
Well,
Borderlands.
that was the thing. That was the only thing she had, was the 5-man res. But
Like, and
then
then
they took that away from her.
and then you guys also got to think of Moira. She did hella damage when she first came out,
Oh, dude.
and she healed like fuck that. And it was AOE healing. Fuck that.
And practically AoE damage.
You're not wrong. And it was that bullshit lock on. So it made it that you didn't have to aim. And it went on for fucking, like, if you locked on, you could lock on from far away.
And then there was it's the same bullshit
guys-
with
Have you guys seen Symmetra's rework?
yeah, Symmetra. They've
Her
been having a
rework-
hell of a time trying to get her to work properly.
Symmetra's work is okay, I guess. So what she could do now is she has her turrets still that she could throw, and they have HP now instead of just being okay. They have 30 HP, right? So not by touching them, they don't disappear now. She could throw her fucking turrets. She could also her teleport is an ability. Her ult is a giant shield with 5,000 HP. That like goes from corner, like depending on where you put it down, it makes it go horizontally, right, all the way across the map. It's fucking retarded. And her beam doesn't lock on anymore. It's like a Zarya beam, but it still has like the 3 stages of like it gets progressively more dangerous, I guess. It does more damage. So she requires a little bit more skill, but like not a lot. My issue with Symmetra was you could be behind her and her beam would still be locked on you. You're like, why?
Or around a corner, yeah. Or she could be sitting there jumping and turning in a circle, and it would still microwave you. And yeah, that's what they should have done from the very beginning with her was have her crosshair be a big circle on the screen that was maybe 2 or 3 inches in diameter, and as long as you could keep most of the person that you're aiming at's body in that circle, then it would lock on. But if it got out of that circle, then it slowly locked off and all that kind of shit. That would have been perfect because it still would have been a good hero for less skilled people to play, but it wouldn't be just you get a lock on and now you can just follow him jumping around in a circle and do absolutely fucking nothing and microwave him to death. God, that was such bullshit. And so she was faster than fucking like Reaper couldn't outrun her.
Reaper.
Oh yeah, she murdered you as Reaper. I
Yeah.
saw you.
And even with Wraith form wasn't long enough or fast enough to get far enough away from her that when you
Even
got
Genji.
back, yeah, even Genji, unless you had dash.
No, even with dash, she could still lock onto you.
Well, yeah, but with dash would get you far enough away to drop it.
Just barely. So if you
Barely,
were like,
yeah, but I mean it was at least something.
if you were like at 100 HP and she locked onto you and you swifted away, you wouldn't have survived. Right? It's like
That they're treating
don't-
it too much like a first-person shooter and not
They
like
just
a MOBA.
They just don't know balancing.
No,
Blizzard
that
just
too.
don't know balancing.
It's
But-
not like any new characters is inherently bad, but Paladin says all the time.
Paladin's just fucking copy pit. Whoa.
Paladins, I would argue Paladins is more better now than Overwatch right now.
Not right now. I gotta agree with you.
Like I would not like if you told me to play Overwatch or Paladin. That's
Here's the thing.
over Overwatch right now.
I got so bored, and
Because the thing with Overwatch is like in Paladins, characters are like good, but there's as far as I know, I'm not saying I'm just saying as far as I know. As far as I know, there's no character in Paladins that is like borderline destroys the game like how Bridge destroys Overwatch right now.
I just gave an account to one of my friends who plays the game a shit ton.
Because I went on Twitch while we were talking. I was checking out competitive gameplay, and what's the big thing is, just every time in the gameplay, the soldier try to run up and shoot, but to just be a Bridget right up front, just offensive, just beating people, just destroying. This is competitive too. Like this is high rank competitive, and Bridget just kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah, Bridget meant easy win. If you had a good Bridget, you basically won the game.
And gangsters probably listen to this thinking, how far have you fallen Overwatch?
Oh, I know. I've known, dude. I called it a year ago. I said that Overwatch was going to start dying because of bullshit like this.
And that's
Yeah.
why a lot of Overwatch YouTubers play Fortnite now, because Overwatch is borderline. Like,
And I'm pissed because I
broken
fucking
shit.
loved Overwatch. It was a great fucking game. It was the best combination of first-person shooter and MOBA that had ever been made. Like, it was my perfect game. Because I love MOBAs, but I'm not big on third person and not direct controls. So yeah, Overwatch was the perfect fucking amalgamation of the two. And they fucking ruined it because they're Blizzard and they fucking suck at balancing. And yeah. I mean, Widow shows that just from the very beginning. Because how can you have a sniper in a game where there is objectives that you actually have to be on?
Like it doesn't.
Like, it's not like Battlefield where you
So
can
I'm-
cover an objective from far away and actually help out. This is,
So
you actually need to be on the objective in order to be useful when the objective is being attacked.
So I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It ain't it. This is not it. Like Widow. Here's the thing. My friend Wallface played the fuck out of Widow. It was really good. But if the team was continuously dying, and he was the last one on, like, alive,
Yeah, he'd get wrecked.
he's gonna get fucking raped, right? Like, yeah, he could jump on the point and grab what, an extra 2 seconds? Good for him. Can't do much more than that. At least Hanzo could fucking jump around like a dumb bitch that he is. Right? Fucking, her grapples thing is way too long. Her fucking cooldown for her grapple Because if her grapple was like 3 or 4 seconds, she could hop on, sort of hop off, hop on. Sort
Well,
of
that's the thing. They could make it so that she's better in the short range, but they couldn't do it too much because then what would be the point of picking a short range character if you have somebody that's good at both short and long range?
Exactly.
And yeah, they weren't thinking at all when they made. And then the worst part was is that they made her a central character in all of the opening the movies that they made for the
Yeah.
teasers and shit and all that kind of stuff. Like, God, you fucking it, because she became an iconic character, and it became to where you couldn't remove her because she was so iconic through the whole thing.
Can't
Yeah,
remove
and
her.
I like Widows. To be fair, I do like back when I used to be like looking up on Overwatch lore. I did like Widow's lore a lot.
Don't fucking lie. It was Overwatch porn.
Porn. Oh my god. Oh no.
And
How
I
dare you
agree.
say
Widow's
that?
fucking hot.
Yeah, Widow is hot, but the thing is, no, Overwatch porn is not my cup of tea. Anime porn is not my cup of tea.
You fucking
What?
liar.
You don't like hentai, you fucking degenerate.
No, that's what stored me away from anime before picking and choosing my anime. Kind of
Oh, I still
Basically-
never came up with the High School D by D. That's the one I was thinking of way back
That's
when.
the stereotype anime. It's high school sex dramas.
Oh, dude, High School D by D is fucking amazing. Fucking big tits flopping everywhere and fucking DBZ style combat. It's actually got a
What?
decent story. I'm telling you, dude, it's fucking fantastic. And it's
I gotta
oh my
watch
god,
this now.
oh my god, it's hilarious. What was it? I think it's the last episode of the first season. The main dude is fighting with this other dude, and he's having a lot of trouble with him. And so one of the guys, that's like there's like a pause in the fighting, and so one of the guys is like, "Oh, let's try this. Hey, buddy," because the other one is using this move that like shrinks things. So he's like, "Hey, buddy, you know that his move isn't just gonna shrink like whatever he's talking about. He's gonna shrink your favorite girl's tits as well." And he's just like, "What?" And then he goes fucking Super Saiyan on his ass.
What is the anime called? What
High,
is
sc-
this anime
high
called?
School DxD.
Alright, I gotta watch this. High
It's-
School TXT.
I think that scene is on like YouTube or something because I think I looked it up once to show to somebody else. And
yeah,
yeah,
got that Crunchyroll Premium, so
oh dude, it's fucking hilarious.
Alright, I gotta
Absolutely
check this out.
hilarious.
Gangster, you sold me. I gotta check this out.
is it not on Crunchyroll? I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, I don't know. I downloaded it, so I don't know if
not
it's on.
Crunchyroll.
Is it really not? Wow, that
Yeah.
sucks.
What if it's High Space School?
Yeah, it's a great anime in like every way.
I gotta check this out now. You're telling me there's jokes that these fuck around. They know it's
They don't have it.
the
Oh,
big
wait,
boobs
listen.
and they
There's-
accept the stereotype.
Well, there's
Oh,
this
funny.
one, like, there's a chick who comes from the church who then eventually, because they're demons. And so the chick from the church, like, I can't remember exactly what happened. I just don't want to think about it hard enough to explain it because, there's just a lot of weird shit that goes on. But she ends up joining with the demons. And so then, because demons are all about lust and doing what they want, she corners the main character in the locker room and says, "We're having a kid now," because that's what
Yeah.
demons do.
I gotta watch this. What's it called? High School.
High School DxD.
Alright, I gotta add this to my list. This is fucking hilarious.
And there's three seasons out now, which is great.
It's 3 seasons. How many episodes are each season?
12 each with like an OVA, I think.
What's OVA?
It's like an episode, but it's one that's not like TV.
Oh, I remember. Alright, High School D.
DxD.
Alright, High School DxD. Just add it to my list of things to do. I'll probably start watching.
If you
And
can't get it
what
on
is there-
Crunchyroll and just download it on, I don't know if they'd have it on on.
I can probably find it on the internet. Let's be honest.
I don't know if.
Just one fucking Kiss anime again.
Yeah, I don't know if. Like I'm pretty sure because it's not one of the mainstream main. I mean, it's not like Cowboy Bebop or anything. So I don't think.
I never watched Cali Bebop.
Pirate.
It was
Oh, dude, you
terrible.
need to. Oh my God, you need to.
I have
But
never watched it ever.
Pirate Bay might not have it, but I know Nya Torrents, even though the original is down, there's a bunch of mirrors of it and ones that have kind of taken over, and you could probably find it there.
Wait, so I gotta find the original version of Cali Bebop.
What do you mean?
Wait, which anime are we talking about? Cali Bebop or High School?
I was talking about High School DxD.
Oh, okay, I gotta find High School DxD also. So if you do find it, make sure to shoot the link to me.
Same here.
Well, I torrented it, so.
I don't give a shit.
Send the files to me.
But the fuck, just gigabytes of files, dude. I'm not sending that to you. Search it yourself and download it. It's not that hard.
Sounds like a lot of work. No, I'll probably do it. I'm just gonna do it tomorrow, or technically today later.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best like titty animes that I've ever seen.
Is it sexual? Like, is it just all about? Is it just? It's funny. That's the big question.
I mean, there's lots of tits in it, yeah.
I'm fine. I'm not like a titsophobe when it comes to anime.
Have you watched Monster Musume?
Yes. That was gonna be the other one that I said was up there.
That's so funny, bro.
Monster Musume is pretty hilarious too.
Don't watch it on Crunchyroll. Watch the uncensored version from somewhere else.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't watch Crunchyroll. I just download the fan subs. I don't give a fuck.
I have premium.
If they want to fucking do it, anime studios need to start putting out proper English, uncensored, not crazy translated, whatever. Yeah.
English dubs.
Well, that's the thing. It's really bad when fan sub groups can do better at translating than the proper ones hired by the company. And I'm sorry, I can't support businesses that do that.
Fair enough.
Like I spent $30 for the Oh My Goddess season 1 DVD set at Fry's because it's proper translated. It's a really good English dub, and I really like the series. But not many series do that. The English dubs are horrible. The fucking voice actors they get are absolutely garbage.
Controversial.
Boku no Hero has really good English actors, not gonna lie.
What does?
Boku no Hero?
Oh, I haven't watched that one yet.
Ooh, you gotta do that.
Full Metal Alchemist
There's
is
a-
pretty good
I haven't-
English dub.
Dude, I haven't watched any new ones in probably 8 months.
Dude, Boku no Hero, in my opinion, is gonna be like the next big anime.
Because I have a second computer that I'm
I mean,
working on. I'm
this is
trying to
the
set it
anime
up
you're
as a
about to
media
get.
media box, and I had because before I started building this, my regular box, I was using it. I had my main monitor, and then I had a second HDMI cable going to my TV, and then I would play a movie or stream something or do whatever on the TV while I was playing video games. But my Vega card really doesn't like that, and there's something about either that and the drivers or Windows 10 or something that's been really fucking up trying to watch something on a second monitor. So I said, okay, well fuck it. I've got an AMD 6 core and a motherboard that was my brother's with some extra RAM. And so I bought a case and a CPU cooler, and I was gonna put that and make that the box that was gonna play everything to the TV screen. I just haven't gotten around to it, but it's built. I need to buy because I think I've used both my Windows 7 keys to transfer to Windows 10, and I don't think you can use the Windows 7 key as a Windows 7 key after that. So I think I need to buy another. I'll probably just get a
You use KMS Pico.
what?
Use KMS Pico.
What's that?
It just activates Windows for free.
Oh, what is it, like a hack?
I guess so. It just activates it,
Oh.
and you don't have to do anything after that.
I was just gonna pay $15 and get a key off of a key site. I don't really.
Yeah, but how reliable are those? Like,
That's for $15. I don't really care. You know, I mean, I really don't. It shouldn't even matter if it's the only thing that it would
the
do.
only thing you can't do is the like customizability, the personalization options.
Oh, well, I might try it. Message me the name of it.
I'll give you the link if you want.
Yeah,
Later.
that's fine. Just direct message me the link.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't think I have an operating system that would actually work. So that's kind of been put on hold. But when I built it, I took out because when my box originally had 2 regular SATA solid states, an M.2 solid state, and then 2 3 terabyte platter drives. And those 2 3 terabyte platter drives were where I kept all my music videos, projects for, editing video and all that. It's just storage drives for all my big storage stuff.
I'm heading out. I'm gonna sleep now.
All right, dude.
Later.
So one of them basically held all my anime movies, TV shows, and a bunch of other stuff. And so I
Yeah.
took that one out and put it in the other box. And so now I don't, and that's the thing. I took out because my case has 2 hard drive cages. And that's where I had all my hard drives. But when I took out that second platter drive, I was able to fit all of my drives, the 2 solid states and the 1 platter drive, onto a 5 1/4 inch adapter. Because I've got 3 5 1/4 inch bays in my box. So I took out the hard drive cages because it opens up a lot of airflow in the front. And so now I don't have a place to put it back. And so even if I wanted to watch all my stuff, I don't have a way to get that hard drive back into my case without doing a whole bunch of bullshit that I don't want to do.
Makes sense.
I really got to get working on that fucking extra box. I got to get it up and running because Netflix fucking sucks.
It does. I don't know why I still paid the fucking $8.
Although it has Attack on the Titan, and I only watched that because it was on Netflix, and there's so much not to watch there.
I watched like the first, whatever they had to ship it in on there. I watched it on there first because I was bored, and this is during last summer, and I didn't want to watch it off my phone, so I just like, what is it? I just watched it on Netflix, but then when they ran out of the fucking episodes on there because they don't have all of it on there.
Well, they got the first 24 or 20. They don't have season 2.
Of what?
Attack on Titan, right?
Oh, I don't know about Attack on Titan. I was talking about Naruto.
Oh, yeah. They only have... Dude, oh.
They have up until the...
3rd season, I think?
No. They have like up until season 9.
Really?
But, yeah. They have until, when that filler arc where they go...
I haven't watched Naruto.
You haven't watched Naruto?
No.
They have all of the first... Okay, they have everything. Okay. So the way Naruto works is, if you're ever going to get into it, the first OG Naruto, first of all, I do recommend watching the original series, right? But there's like 220 episodes, but only 100, believe it or not, up until 130, that's where all the all the story is. After that is like, yeah, obviously there's filler in between, but after 130, after like 130, 135, it's all filler, up until 220. 220 you should watch that. So we'll watch everything from 1 to 135 and skip everything, or 135, whatever it is. I can get you the exact number if you need later, and then watch the last episode, 220, right? And then go to Shippuden, right? Then there's like, I think season 5 and season 7 and season 9 are all filler, right? So skip those 3. So there's only 14 seasons to watch.
That's still a lot.
That's still a lot, yeah.
Like that's what pissed me off about Bleach because they've got the first 3 seasons of
Oh,
Bleach.
so here's the thing about Bleach is the ending was garbage, right? Because there was issues with the manga, and then they just wanted to get it over with, and so they just wrapped it
Well,
really
shit.
rushed it
I mean,
up,
how many episodes? There's like 500 episodes, isn't there?
something like that.
It's huge.
400,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, fucking look at One Piece. It's almost at is it at 1,000 or past 1,000? I don't know.
And same thing. I don't know why they do this because they've got Bleach, but they only have the first 3 seasons. Although they've got a whole bunch of movies, but they don't have any of the other seasons. They've got Rurouni Kenshin, but they've only got the first 3 seasons. They've got
Oh yeah,
Fairy Tail, but they only have the first like I don't know
they have
three.
like the first 40 episodes. They have like the first 40
Yeah, and
episodes.
they've done that with like 4 or 5 different animes where they pick these huge long-running animes, but they only put the first couple seasons in, and it's like, what the? Why would you even do like Bleach? If it's just when it's getting well, it's actually interesting all the way, but it's fucking.
Not all the way. The end was garbage. Besides the point.
Oh, no, I meant from the seasons they have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the first season's really interesting, the second season's really interesting, the third season's really interesting, but then it cuts off right fucking. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
See, the One Piece is at episode 830.
Oh my god.
Fuck that.
That's why I never downloaded Bleach because it would take up like half of my 3 terabyte.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's free on Crunchyroll or stuff. Oh, but you don't like that, right?
I mean, I guess I could watch Crunchyroll, but
Yeah.
why?
Or like Kiss Anime or whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's the thing. I don't want to support them because they censor shit, and yeah, it's.
I don't really care, but like, if there's any censored animes, I don't care. I don't watch it off of there, right? My friend, so he has a Vriv or VRV, whatever it is, right? So it comes, and he already had a Crunchyroll subscription, so he just gave me his Crunchyroll account for his premium. So that's how I have premium. I don't fucking pay for that shit.
Yeah, but it's still got ads, doesn't it?
Huh? Yeah, he pays. He doesn't care. He's rich.
Oh.
He didn't give a shit. No, because his Crunchyroll account is linked to his Vriv account, so he could just watch whenever he wants to watch Crunchyroll. He could just go under Vriv, and I have to go through the Crunchyroll app. So it's just one account.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember now.
But if I watched it free, there'd be ads,
Yeah.
and that would be
So
that would be supporting them, and yeah, I can't do that. I
there.
want a streaming site for anime to come out that's actually it streams the uncensored and it streams like properly translated and it doesn't like
I don't
they
know.
don't stream a whole bunch like any of the ones that are because what was that they picked a whole bunch that they wouldn't stream because
I
they
know
didn't
Kiss
like the themes or whatever.
I know Kiss Anime doesn't have any ads, but I don't know if it's properly translated. So here's the thing that I don't like about Kiss Anime, especially if you're watching on mobile. Every time you click on the next episode, it makes you do one of those little like you're not a robot things. So it's like pick
Jesus.
pick the yellow hand with the OK symbol, and then pick the green-haired boy with the carrot, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's every time you go to the next episode, so it's retarded.
And it's really stupid that these companies don't because translating isn't exactly costly.
No, it's not. It's time consuming.
It's really not even that,
Yeah. You
pay.
have people.
Yeah, you don't. It's not like you got to pay them a whole lot, and subtitles are not hard to put on, so it's not like it
Exactly.
costs anything to stream it with English subtitles. And I mean, technically you could do, English, Spanish, you could do a whole bunch of languages,
Yeah.
but it's God, man, they need to step up on this because, dude, how fucking anime's getting huge in the States.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was getting huge like 10 or 15 years ago, but it was still coming around then. Now it's like it's full on mainstream.
Yeah.
And fucking I love it because anime's got way better stories than most American TV.
I just like the fight scenes. I don't watch any other anime than like shonen animes. Like personally, my friend tried to get me into Your Lie in April, couldn't watch it, or
Uh,
it was all that.
See, I do like a bunch of like drama or slice of life stuff, but it's got to have a really good story.
Like, fuck, it's not even a shonen anime. This is the only like quote unquote shonen anime that I didn't watch. Is the Food Wars or whatever the fuck.
Oh no, yeah, I won't watch that shit. Fuck that.
It's so like it's so weird, but it's so cool. Like this dude's fucking flipping some fucking omelet, but that shit does like a fucking 720, and you're like, why? Why'd that look so cool?
Have you ever seen Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works?
Ooh, I have not. See, I recently just got an anime, so I finished Naruto, finished Fairy Tail, and I started on what is it, My Hero Academia.
Oh my god, dude, oh man, Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop, Outlaw Star.
I
Fucking-
watched a bit of Fist of the North Star.
I don't know about that one. I tried to watch it, but I couldn't get into it.
I watched it for this meme. Oh my wa mo shinderu. I think that was like the first episode too.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, Gundam Wing, Robotech, I guess, but I never really got into Robotech.
I tried to get into the Berserk anime, but I
Yeah,
couldn't
it was,
So
it was eh. It
you
was,
know, the animation style just made me want to fucking throw up.
yeah, it was kind of shitty. Like especially the fighting.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. The first one, the original Fate Stay Night's really good, but I prefer Unlimited Blade Works, and that one's actually on Netflix. It's, I don't know about favorite. Definitely one of my top 10, and I think it's probably got the best fight scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. Like the only really good fight scene I witnessed so far is the Pain Naruto fight. That was the last fight that I witnessed that was really good in Naruto, because that was the point in Naruto where I started having issues with what they did was they made it that this okay. Think of you've seen Naruto, right? Or no? You haven't
No,
seen
I haven't. No.
Okay, so whenever you do get around to the Pain Naruto fight, that's like, let's say 150-ish episodes into Shippuden. Anyway, what they do is this bullshit, and I'm not gonna try to spoil anything in case you do want to watch it, but they'll make it so like, okay, the fight starts. Well, before the fight starts, a bunch of shit goes down, right? The village gets attacked, right? And a bunch of main people die, right? Like main people, right? The fight goes on for I'd say like 10, 12 episodes. It's a really long fight. Good though. Fight ends. Everything that happened that was bad just gets reversed right after that.
Deus
Everyone
Ex
just-
Machina shit.
Basically, like all these characters died, and it's like nigga, you thought I'm alive. It's just like what? What was the point of that?
Yeah, I really like in Unlimited Blade Works that
Yeah.
it's the most perfect uh application of this I've ever seen where like two characters will be fighting, right? And
Yeah.
one will have like dual short swords and the other one will have a spear like in the first fight. And so like the guy will go to swing, and for the first part of the swing, it's like 10 or 15 frames. And then the middle part of the swing, or when the weapons clash, it'll be a really quick flash, where
Do
it's
they
only
not
like,
have Death Note on Crunchyroll? What the fuck?
oh, I don't know. I didn't much like Death Note.
They have the fucking the drama. There's like a fucking live action one. I don't know why that exists, but okay.
But it's almost
know.
like a flip book,
Mhm.
but with parts of it that are really detailed, and like the way your eye follows it, it just works out perfect. Like it, because there's slow and there's fast parts. You get the detail of the slow parts, but then the fast parts make everything look really fast and really amped up and shit. And man, the best part is they timed the music to it just absolutely perfectly. and there's every main fight has a different song, and it follows the action in a perfect way. And as the fight goes on and like gets more and more epic, the music gets more and more epic. And oh fuck yeah, it was done absolutely perfectly.
Yeah. See, it was like, as I said, for the Berserk anime, I tried to watch it. The animation style is just fucking horrible, in my opinion. Right? I fucking hated it. I don't know if you've seen it, the Berserk anime.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, I watched it.
yeah,
Yeah,
fuck the
it also
animation style.
ended on like the worst part ever.
I watched the first episode and stopped. So
Oh no, yeah, I watched it all the way through, and because the manga goes on, I think I don't know how many volumes or whatever, but the the anime goes to like maybe not even a third or a quarter of where the manga goes, and they picked the
Oh,
absolute worst part ever to end the anime on.
speaking of, did you see? They fucking. Hold on, let me pull up the. I think my friend messaged me. Was it this morning? I want to say. I don't know where he messaged me though. I think it was on Discord. Give me a sec. Yeah, there it is. Story details for Fairy Tail sequel finally revealed. There's a Fairy Tail sequel.
I never got into Fairy Tail, so
Oh, you should watch it.
I know.
Also, Fairy Tail, in my opinion, just started off really nicely, so it kept my interest. Also, it's 2:30.
Oh, all right, you're out.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I guess so. I'm tired. You guys do this Wednesday and Friday, right?
Yep.
I had to hop in more.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hop off though.
All right, dude.
See you later, man.
Well, all right. I guess that's it for this. I don't know if anybody but Go gets watching, but I'll see y'all later.